Let's fucking go.
The Emperor has been expecting you.
Hi everyone and welcome to 1/6 Figure Focus, and you're watching The Hope Show, a weekly live stream dedicated to 1/6 scale collecting in general, movies, TV shows, pop culture, that type of thing. So joining me tonight I have got Phil aka Rogue One Photography and Jim Collector aka Jim. So Jim, how was your holiday?
It was lovely, thanks. Yeah, really nice, relaxing, sun, beer, bit of exercise. Yeah, it was good.
Was it Rhodes?
Yeah, it was. We were just outside of Rhodes, but within you could walk to it. It was like an hour walk there and stuff. Yeah, it was good.
Did you say exercise and holidays?
Yeah.
Together.
Always got to go for a nice. They had a nice gym with like sea views on the treadmills and some weights equipment. So it felt a bit. Yeah, always like to go there.
And would your gains increase after a few beers or decrease?
I mean, there's sugar in beer, so theoretically it'll increase the pump a little bit, you know.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Fair play. I appreciate the effort. Appreciate the effort. Good stuff. Must be nice in that scene as well. Any crack, Phil?
Not too bad. I went out over the weekend. A couple of friends that used to work with me. It was nice.
Good stuff. Good. Actually, I went out over the weekend as well with Amanda. I think we all know very well. I might see if I can. Share that photo now. Give me 1 second here, folks. Can you hear the music coming through here? Maybe the people in the chat might be able to hear the music. It should be barely audible. We don't want it too loud and annoying. Let's see if I can share this image. So I'll just see onto my desktop and maybe it'll hopefully be able to share it. Alright, so present. Where do we got? Video file. I should be able to add this. Oh, I know what I have to do. I have to really quickly just pop it into a PowerPoint, otherwise it won't add. Yeah, give us a second here now. I should have done this already. And I think we have this going here now. Right,
Off tangent, but I've just remembered, Jimmy, it was Nessa Bar.
Okay. I'll have to check that out.
What was the name of it?
We were discussing the holiday before we came on, and I said I went to Bulgaria, and I couldn't think for the life of me where we stayed, and it was Nessa Bar.
I getcha. And I've nearly got this ready. Okay, so now I should be able to add it. So from my computer, and should be able to add this. So I had the privilege of meeting this man at the weekend. It's taking ages to upload. Folks, how are we doing in the chat? You want to chime in there? Where are you watching from? What time of the day is it? What's the weather like outside? What was your... Get anything in? What was the last thing you pre-ordered? It's taking ages to load up. It's gonna... when it happens, it'll happen. Like, what we'll do is... While that's working away in the background, we hit 4,000 subscribers last week. So, yeah, go team. Nice. Good stuff.
Well done.
That's massive. So, again... it's baffling. I didn't think that when I first started the channel I'd get past 100, and then 1,000 was a major milestone, and every, I suppose, few hundred is still appreciated, and so really happy. Thanks very much for ongoing support to anyone who's taken the time out of their lives to watch any of the videos, like any of the videos, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, catch the live stream and come on the live stream. Obviously these guys, otherwise it'll just be me doing this chatting solo, and solo shows can be hard. You start coughing a lot because your throat dries up, so it's better that there's a bunch of people and there's a bit of banter as well. So massive thank you, and obviously a huge shout out to the channel members as well, the troopers and the commanders who support the channel month in, month out. We're hit 28 channel members, and the support is greatly appreciated. So yeah, I'm going to fly through this here while the image is loading up. So members, speaking of members, we got 1-6 Shooter, Figurecraft, Evil Sneaker, Yomo, Mr. Inc., Howard Potts, Kenneth Jacobson, Ancient Silver Fox, usually a panel member, can't join us tonight. Jose G. Hernandez, usually a panel member as well, also a moderator, cannot unfortunately join us tonight. We got Brian Wong. I'm going to be talking about Brian Wong really briefly. The man is an absolute gentleman. The Ben Thomas Show, Eddie Muddy Mendez. He hopefully will be joining us next week. We're going to try and do a Joker 2 special. That's nice. Going to be interesting. That is going to be interesting. So I think we're going to dedicate maybe the Hope Show, or a large part of the Hope Show, next week, to give people a week to watch the movies, so that then we're going to do a full-on spoiler discussion. And we've got all ends of the spectrum here. We've got, from what I understand, Ian and Dan absolutely loved it. I think Jose said he definitely isn't as gone on it as the two boys are. I think he scored about a 7 out of 10. I would put it somewhere between a 6 and an 8, maximum 8. I definitely enjoyed. I enjoyed a lot of it, to be honest. I don't think it's as bad as people made it out to be. I don't think it's a masterpiece, but look, we'll talk about that next week. But I'm saying it's going to be very, and of course we're bringing on Eddie, because Eddie absolutely hated it. So we want differing opinions. We want heated debates and stuff like that. I think it'll be a lot more interesting. So that'll be next week. So we. Jim Collector obviously is a channel member and a panel member. We got Lancelot's Nerd Corner, Thrawn's Office, who's usually a panel member and is a channel member, and Ryan Smith. Massive shout out to all those people, greatly appreciated. And of course, as usual, in the live chat, the pinned comment is always one to become a channel member. And of course, you'll be, if you're a channel member and you're subscribed and you're present here in the Hope Show on Monday, the 21st of October, 2 weeks from today. Yeah, my maths is right on that. We're doing a channel member giveaway. So what will be given away? First of all, let's thank the commanders. Commanders have their YouTube handles displayed at the end of all the content, like so. One new video this week. I made this thing last week, and I haven't done anything since because I've been busy with the setup behind me. You might notice something a bit different about the setup, and we'll get to that. The channel member giveaway on today, 2 weeks. Again, you have to be subscribed, you have to be a channel member, you have to be present. These are the sponsors of the giveaway: Fusion Reactors Light Up Kits on Instagram, Luke Lights, Lion Rock Toys. Fusion Reactors have donated a brand new Mark III 2.0 light up kit, so you don't have to worry about those dummy batteries and keep your Mark III, Iron Man Mark II lit up constantly. An LED, it's actually a Luke Skywalker. It's not a CCFL, it's an LED style, but kind of, a 1/6 scale light up lightsaber. You don't have to worry about those batteries again, and they light up better than the Hot Toys ones. $168 from store credit. Luke Light have the people that make the custom lighting for the Blalidens behind me, the Detovs and IKEA Millsbows. They're donating $168 worth of store credit. And of course, Lion Rock Toys, where I buy a vast amount of my stuff off. I've donated a brand new TMS 070 Axe Wolves from The Mandalorian Season 2. So that's the Hope Show, Monday, the 21st of October. So if you're here, you'll be in with a chance. This is the photo I was talking about. So I got to meet Dan from 6 Scale Reviews. Himself and his lovely girlfriend Nancy were in Dublin the weekend. So we got to meet up and do some touristy stuff. And that's us at the Guinness Storehouse, which, if you haven't been to the Guinness Storehouse and you haven't been to Ireland and you come to Dublin, go to the Guinness Storehouse. I was blown away. They go through... It's a really cool building. It's in the shape of a pint, pretty much. They go through... There was 6 floors in the thing. They go through the different ingredients. They even show you... They've like barley growing inside in the thing to show you the barley and the hops and the water and the yeast. Then they go through how, like, the chemistry involved in the fermentation process and how the particular type of yeast... they keep a master copy stored at minus 196 degrees Celsius because... The particular genetic type of yeast has an effect on the flavor, so therefore if they ever lose that or something, they can just defrost part of that and regrow it. Really interesting stuff. The Guinness was great, and live music and everything inside there, and you get to pour your own pint. Really, really cool. And obviously, the start of the show was great to meet Dan. Absolute gentleman, great fun, and just a great weekend. And we went to see Folly of Dew on Sunday as well. So shout out to Dan, 6 Scale Reviews. If you haven't subscribed to 6 Scale Reviews, just do it. Sorry, folks, that was a lot. We'll address the chat later on. As 37 people watching live, hit the like and subscribe button. Jim, you haven't been here in a few weeks. You've been on holiday. What would you like to talk about, Jim?
Oh, good question. Should we start off with Snap?
Oh, straight into it. Yeah, I like your style. Good stuff. That's what we'll do. And I threw these together last minute, but I'm actually happy with these ones. I think these ones are going to make people annoyed at me.
Oh, nice.
Would you snap away Joker 1 or Dune 2?
I mean, I'd snap Dune and keep Joker. Okay. Yeah, definitely. I mean, both incredible films. I actually prefer Dune 1 over Dune 2, I'm not going to lie. I thought that one's slightly better. I don't think that's a very popular opinion, to be honest. But
yeah, you rarely hear that. It's usually the opposite.
I don't know if Dune 2 was overhyped. You know, like how it goes, and it gets quite hyped, and you see it, and you're like, oh, that was good, but was it great? I
went to see it 3 times in the cinema, so I actually don't think it was overhyped. First time I really enjoyed it, and then I could not stop thinking about it. And then the second time, I really enjoyed it because I went to see an IMAX, and the third time saw an IMAX as well. And I was like, right, I need to go out and buy this book. I need to learn more about this and get myself set up for the third one. Yeah, the first book, Dune, that's the first 2 movies. So I bought Messiah. I haven't started reading Messiah yet, but Messiah is the one that they're going to base the third movie on. So I've heard
that's the book I'm on now. It's a hard read.
Yeah, but the first one was hard. Did you read the first one? Yeah,
I did. Yeah, so
it's not exactly a page turner, like.
Nah, it's quite different in some ways, but very similar in others as well. There's some extra stuff in there that they don't put in the film. Yeah, but yeah.
I'm glad I watched the movies a few times, so I had the gist of it and watched some breakdowns on YouTube. And the book helped me, like, because I'd seen the movies. The movies had helped me kind of understand the lore, and vice versa. And it was things I picked up off the book that helped me understand more about the movie, and things I picked up on the movie. So if you're a Dune fan, I would recommend them. So you're on Messiah, you're just the same as me. I just need to start.
I hear they get weirder as you go on as well.
Yeah, I've heard they get particularly weird. I've heard of some very unpopular concepts in Messiah, which mightn't play out well in the movie, but hey, look, there was some very unpopular things they did in Joker too, so it seems to be, best of luck, Denis Villeneuve. What would you do, Phil? What would you get rid of?
I still haven't seen Dune 2, so I suppose it's quite easy for me.
Wow.
I know.
Insane.
Get on it.
I enjoyed the first one, but it didn't really blow me away. I don't know why, but so I will watch it. 100% I'll watch it, but obviously at this stage I haven't, so it's an easy snap for me. But on saying that, I do love the Joker. I think it's excellent, and I know you've mentioned it in the past, Shane, where it's probably not one of those sort of constantly rewatch movies because it's quite depressing. But I just thought it was fantastic, phenomenal. But yeah.
And I actually came home from work a few months back. I think it was maybe March, and I was just wrecked. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do exactly what I said I wouldn't do. Like, you don't put this movie on going, you have a long, hard day, and you're going to throw on the Joker, and because it's so depressing. But I came home and I threw it on. It was just like, because it's not a time I normally watch movies. So I just literally came straight home, got a coffee, sat on the couch, the dog sat up in my lap, and we watched Joker for the 2 hours, and I got it done before say dinner time, and I was just like, that was a really good watch. I had just had a really good watch, and like just the cinematography and the score, a lot of the stuff that I loved about that movie, there's still a lot of that in the second movie, and that's why I suppose it makes it like, that's why I enjoyed most of it, to be honest. But there's still a few strange decisions as well, which I understand why people won't enjoy. But yeah, this is a tough one for I think I'd snap Dune 2, man. And I love Dune 2. It just grew on me and grew on me and grew on me. But they're both 5-star movies. I just so on that, actually. I like to keep things simple. So this is my scheme, my very simple grading scheme. If it's 1 star, you're getting a star just because you made a movie, but you're not going to watch it again, and it's rubbish. And I think a lot of people are scoring Joker Folie à Deux that low, right?
Wow.
But 2 would be okay. It was like grand. It's like a bad film. Essentially, you're not going to rewatch it. 3 was like where I start to go, solid movie. So, perfect example, I think for me, Man of Steel, I would give a 3. Because I don't think it's a particularly, it's not a mind blowing movie, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was solid. The Batman with Robert Pattinson, I would give a 4, but I wouldn't give it a 5. The first Joker movie, I give a 5. Shawshank Redemption, I give a 5. Aliens, I give a 5. You know what I mean? Top Gun Maverick, I'd give a 5. I bloody loved it. I thought it was just well executed. But that's my tiered system. I know everyone's is different. Like, I'll give a half star if I'm stuck on something. But I do think I would snap it at the 2 of them. I think they're both masterpiece status. And originally, Dune, I loved it in the first watch. I couldn't decide if it was a 4 or 5, but I kept thinking about it. I couldn't get it out of my head, and I think that's a sign of good art. I went back to it, watched it again. I was like, yeah, actually, this is a 5-star movie. Thoroughly enjoyed it. So I would snap Dune 2, and I think they're both 5-star movies. Second one, Jim. You're welcome.
Is that No Way Home? I would snap. Oh, this is difficult.
I thought so.
Bloody hell.
This is difficult for me.
Yeah. You know what? I thought No Way Home. I thought that was a little bit disappointing. Wolverine, Deadpool. I'm thinking of your rating system. Neither of these would be 5 stars. It'd probably be more like 4 stars. Do you know what? I had more fun watching Deadpool, Wolverine. I'll snap No Way Home. Did No Way Home?
Snap No Way Home. Okay. What about you, Phil?
Both great movies. I would say there's probably a little recency bias there, but I've ordered figures from Deadpool, Wolverine. I haven't ordered a single figure from Spider-Man No Way Home, even though I enjoy the movie.
That is a good way. Yeah.
So yeah, it's No Way Home. This is a tough one for you. You set yourself up here, haven't you?
Yeah, it is. But it's relatively straightforward. If I was to rate these movies in terms of like how much I love them, they're both 5-star movies. I had an absolute incredible time watching both these movies. Saw both of them multiple times in the cinema. This is quality MCU. I don't think anyone's denying it's not. But I found as a movie and a storyline, I thought No Way Home was a better storyline and gives it the edge. So I actually would rate Deadpool excellent, 4 stars out of 5. My heart, 5 stars out of 5. But my head, when I kind of weigh it up and go, what do I value in a movie and everything, we know that this was set out as fan service, and there's nothing wrong with that. It was set up as fan service and it delivered. It's 5 stars with that. But as a movie, I think Deadpool and Wolverine is a 4-star movie, and that's not a bad thing. That's an excellent movie. You've seen my grading scheme. Whereas I do think Spider-Man No Way Home is a better movie. I'd have to snap Deadpool and Wolverine, and I know it's terrible, but like there's no easy choices here. And finally,
but do you think No Way Home was kind of set up with fan service because of the Toby and Andrew?
There was, but the entire movie, from the very first Instagram drop an announcement where Ryan Reynolds says, "I have no ideas. Hey, do you want to play Wolverine?" It was actually, they fed, they leaned into that really heavily. Whereas you knew he was going to be there, you knew it was going to be fan service, and let's face it, they did it brilliantly. Whereas No Way Home, yeah, there was definitely fan service. They tried to keep it under wraps. We kind of knew they were always going to be in there, but the actual use of the multiverse was good. We're so sick of the multiverse now because we're sick of everything's explained away with multiverse, and it's like, it's just not clever. But I thought No Way Home actually did it quite clever, and they used it appropriately, and yeah, I thought it was really good. It had the heart as well. It had some great action scenes, some very violent, as violent as you're going to get from the MCU. Those scenes in the apartment with the Hobgoblin, or the Goblin, and Tom Holland. Even the scene at the end in Statue of Liberty. So it's again, yeah. Look, it's I know someone in there is going to tell me I'm wrong in the chat. I don't care. It's just an opinion, folks. Build a bridge, climb over it. All right. So we're going to go back and we're going to take a quick look at the chat really quickly. Actually, we remove this. So really quick, we're going to introduce the chat. Okay. So, and again, folks, you know the giveaways there. The link, if you want to become a channel member, is there. It's always there in the live chat. Dave's Man Cave Ireland said he couldn't be here at the moment. Have a good show. Just put a video up for the Saturn Toys 66 Dynamic Duo and the Jazzing 66 Batmobile on the channel. He is a collector based in Ireland. I believe he has a YouTube channel as well. Dave's Man Cave Ireland. Of course, you have Phil here, who's a channel member, a panel member, and he's got the blue wrench, and he will hit you over the head with it. X-Men Supreme Dave, I streamed with this guy actually about a week ago on the Ben Thomas show, and he's been a strong supporter of the channel for years now, I think, at this stage, and also channel member, and also probably will end his channel membership after I chose New Way Home over Deadpool and Wolverine. We have 12-inch Moose Dream. Hello, communities of collectors. Stay safe to all Floridians. Yeah, man, the weather conditions that people in Florida have to deal with, it's just we can't really imagine them here, so I hope everyone in Florida is okay. Of course, we got Jim Collector, who's a channel member, a panel member. Who else we got? We got Demo Dune. I've never seen this user name before. Let's go. Pumped to be here live finally. Thanks very much. Thanks for watching. Much appreciated. Talia Meyer all the way from Germany. Thought I was late. No, I was late. We got Ryan Smith. Ryan Smith's really looking forward to that. Bane, UK-based collector and diehard Batman fan and diehard The Dark Knight, and obviously he's excited about Bane. Bubba Fettuccini, thanks very much for being here. The Humble Collector UK, looking forward to a great show. It's what Mondays are made for. That's high praise. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. Like that display, Shane. Stay tuned. I'm going to show you photos of it. That's why there's been very little content coming, folks. I dedicated last week. What a stupid week to dedicate to doing this. I had a few setbacks, obviously, in the last few weeks in terms of parts not arriving, but like Brian Wong, absolute legend, great customer service, gentleman, sorted it out. And yeah, I prioritized the collection over the content. But I'll be getting back on it over the next few days. So, right, Neilerific. We have Neilerific is a channel member. Greetings from Ontario Collectors. Ontario. Near Buffalo. No? Or is Buffalo near Ontario Lake? Let me know there, Neilerific. Yeah? I think I'm right about that.
Canada, isn't it?
Canada. Is it Canada? I know Buffalo's relatively close to the Canadian border. I think it's only about like an hour and a half, 2 hours. So, yeah, let me know there if I'm right about that. But yeah, Ontario, I think it's Ontario a lake. I think it's a lake. Or I'm not sure it's a lake. I'm sure they'll let me know. JB says, howdy collectors. Who else we got? We got Malik McBain here as well. Calvin, low-key collector. Calvin is next. He's I'm available for tour guiding Dublin. So Calvin, I believe you're next to visit, you and Marco. Boba Fettuccini says Los Angeles 12:13 p.m. hot as fuck. So I wonder how hot is it? What, like you're gonna say Fahrenheit, and we don't do Fahrenheit here, so convert it to Celsius and send it on there. The weather sucks. It's hot and sunny and I don't like it, but I get my brown suit Wolverine last. Good stuff. Congratulations. Yep, Joey, we got hope. Joey was a fan of Joker 2, and I like the way he's sticking to his guns. We're just gonna have to take this one on the chin, Joey. The haters are gonna hate. We're just gonna keep flying that flag. 4K, yeah, thanks very much, JB. We finally hit 4K, so happy days. And we got congrats on the 4,000. Doguito, love that name. Hey everyone, sorry I'm not here, but I wrote the face-off questions and Shane has them. I do indeed. I actually thought you were quite nice with them ones. I think some of these are gettable. Jose, I think you've differentiated for people in the panel. Of course, Malik McBain is here, United States, Philadelphia, and it's 3:14 p.m. People from all over the world. That's super. Talia Meyer says, congratulations on 4K. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. 16-figure focus. I've tried beans and toast lately, and I actually really have been liking it. Well, look, it's cheap, and if you have all these pre-orders, it's not just tasty, but it's a good way of saving money. Shiny Moth.
Didn't like that.
Go on. Yeah. It's actually. I think it kind of. Would you go like, if you're having beans and toast, would you go like brown bread sliced pan or white bread?
White bread. Definitely.
I think I'd actually go brown bread with it. and just
Brown
dump
bread
a
if there's
lot
no
of
white bread.
excessive butter on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheese.
Yeah. Happy days. Who else do we got? Trying to see if there's any other names. Moose says, I'm not getting the Moff Gideon, but I'm getting a Gus Fring 2-pack. Good stuff. And of course, Dan says that's a nice jumper, Shane. Yeah, we both we got suckered in the shop, which is huge at the bottom of the Guinness storehouse. They have they said everything from like pint glasses to Christmas decorations to bottle openers to obviously like to Guinness flavored caramel truffles, but to clothing. And yeah, we both laid eyes in the same jumper, so we were twinning there yesterday. We actually looked like dickheads. We were wearing the exact same thing. But it was a nice jumper. So Doguito saying a nice picture with Dan. Just trying to catch up on this. There's loads of people. JB says Joker. You're having a laugh. Good one. I think I'm trying to see. Stanley's here saying Snap Joker. Moose saying Joker without Batman is not a Joker story. I beg to differ. Todd Phillips is a director, and he took the source material and interpreted it however he felt fit, and he made that take on a Joker. It's his take. You mightn't like it, but it still exists, and it's his take on the Joker. So it doesn't mean you're wrong. It's just that's what he chose to do. Hello, my good friends. Hello, Rogue One Photography and Boba Fettuccine. Obviously, we're not good friends of Joey Jim. Just the two boys. He just picks his favorite, and that's who it is. All right.
Yeah, man. He hosted me on his stream once, and he's forgotten it already.
Did he?
It's outrageous.
And you had to stay up until like silly o'clock, didn't you?
I stayed up till about 4 in the morning for that guy.
Oh my god! And he won't even give you a shout out.
I know.
Hey guys, how's it going? That last snap was such a hard one. I don't know what movie I would have picked. Oh, actually, I didn't do the last one. Good looking out. This is the one more.
Am I going?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. I'm going to snap, because I saw this, so I thought about it, and it's easy to be fair. I'm going to snap Prey. Alien, do you know what? Both these films are amazing. Prey, probably my second favourite film in the series, even like above Predator 2 and Predators.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, it's just so good. But Romulus, technically third in the franchise. For me, I'll go Alien, Aliens, Romulus, very solidly. Romulus was just such a good film. I really enjoyed it. Like the more I think about it, initially I was a bit like, the ending, I'm not so sure. But the more I think about it, the more I'm like, nah, I bloody enjoyed that. So,
are you talking about the weird?
Yeah, I suppose we can chat. Yeah, I felt like for me that was just like.
Phil, have you seen it? Sorry, Jim. Have you seen it, Phil?
I haven't, but carry on, Jim. It's fine.
Okay,
it's fine.
It's been out for months now, I suppose. So people maybe
it was safe.
Brief check. Go on. Say what you want, Jim.
I just like for me, just because I've seen obviously Resurrection, I just couldn't help make the comparisons between the two, thinking like we've technically seen this in a different form. It just kind of took me out of the film a little bit, but it was harrowing. My poor Vita, when she was watching it, she was just freaked out.
Are you referring to the guy that was actually that sort of shape in real life?
With the actor that played him, he's actually like super. Yeah, he's actually like one of the tallest people.
I've seen that.
Yeah,
that was extremely creepy, but at the same time, it was like, no, I didn't go to a movie to see that. I just I didn't that didn't land for me. Neither did the shameless rip off of one of the most iconic lines. I was just like, that just made me cringe.
That's I feel like that's a small sin. I can forgive that.
Also, the whole gravity anti-gravity thing. Guardians of the Galaxy did it already, and Guardians of the Galaxy did it better. I genuinely thought, I genuinely thought that like what she is doing has created a more harder problem to navigate around.
Yeah, it wasn't smart.
I wasn't,
to be honest. No, it was interesting though. It was tense to watch.
Yeah, it was tense. I'm gonna snap Romulus on this. Back to the scale. I'd probably give Romulus 3 stars because I don't think it's a bad movie, and it was a good watch in the cinema. There was some great bits. Sound engineering was incredible. The first chest burster scene, so well done. some throwbacks to the colony at the start of Aliens, or in the whole colony really, or that similar style. There's a lot to like, but I'd actually snap Romulus here. I'm like you. Prey was my second favorite in the series. So it's Jungle Hunter, then Prey.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw up this because I'm gonna argue with Mitchell Lawrence a bit. I beg to differ, respectfully. It did get a Best Picture nomination. Didn't win it, but it still got a nomination, and it did win Best Actor and Best Score as well, I believe. So it did. Now, not that means it's a good movie or not, but there are definitely pointers that kind of show that it has been critically acclaimed as well, and it made over $1 billion as well. So how often does that happen, really? So, and it's an R-rated film that made over $1 billion. Plus, even take all that crap out of it, none of that really matters. It's just a bloody good movie, and I think the people are going to be talking about and still watching them both in 30 years' time. Batman Begins is 20 years next year. 30 years is actually quicker than we think. Again, respectfully disagree, Mitchell, but thanks for the comment. Who else do we have? Oh, we have Brick. Thanks to everyone else. I'll wait to see Joker 2. As in, wait, what does that mean? Wait to see it in the
I think it's had
stream.
too much negativity.
Yeah, judging by
I heard, do you know what though? I heard that people were cancelling their tickets because they heard that so many people didn't like it. I think that's silly. Because, like, what happened to, like, formulating your own opinion about things?
Nobody's got time for that anymore.
Yeah, like, I watched the first 2 episodes of The Acolyte, and I thought, this is shit. And then I was like, I don't like passing judgments on things if I haven't actually experienced them. So I sat down and watched the rest of it. And, like, I remember it was like a little, you know, you have the angel and the devil. And the devil is saying after 2 episodes, this is shit, don't waste your time. And the angel's going, come on, man, give it a chance. It might change. Then you watch it, and the devil is just like, I told you. Just stupid. Like.
I feel like with Acolyte, it's just awful. Just,
yeah, but people, I heard people were like cancelling their tickets because the bad reviews. And it's like, well, what happened to making up your own mind? Do you know what I mean? But like, I mean,
I suppose it's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? Because it's not cheap to go to the cinema.
Yeah,
that is true.
If
that is true.
You know, I mean, Deadpool and Wolverine.
Fair point.
I was going to see that, whatever, whether it was bad or whether reviews are bad or good.
Yeah,
but something
and,
like,
you know, and it's not a mind-blowing movie either. Like I'm not as high
no.
in this as Dan and Ian. It is. I don't think it's not a 5-star movie. It's not a patch in the original.
No, but I mean,
but it's. I still thought, I still enjoyed it, and there was definitely really, really strong parts of it. Some parts just didn't work, and I'll do it in more detail.
It's like, I love Joker. I think Joker is a phenomenal film. It's a masterpiece, and I was really looking forward to the sequel. But it's one of those where you start hearing bad reviews, and then you're thinking, do I fork out that cost and walk away disappointed or annoyed or angry? Or do I save myself the cost and wait for it to come out in digital release? Because it's not... It's personal taste and choice, isn't it? So
Sorry, Phil, I don't mean to interrupt you, but this might be comment of the night.
Oh, I haven't seen this yet.
I haven't seen it either, but I've heard nothing but good. It's a great point. The Penguin Show shows you don't need Batman in it. So good. That is a great point. I haven't watched it. I've heard nothing but good things about it. Okay.
yeah, but sorry, yeah, that's all it was. Is what it's the cost element these days, and it's your own judgment. I mean, I probably have been swayed by what critics are saying. Not so much. I've never looked at Rotten Tomato scores. That's never sort of swayed me into any decision making when it comes to a movie. I watched Alien Romulus trailer was in the Deadpool Wolverine when I went to watch that, so I was like, hyped for that, but I didn't end up going and seeing it in the cinema because you're like, oh, these people are saying, criticising it. Do I spend the cash and go and see it and be disappointed? And because it's not just money, it's time is precious as well, isn't it? And you're thinking, do I go and take 2 hours or whatever it may be out of my day and spend 20, 30 quid or whatever the case may be and walk away disappointed?
I'll be honest, with that take, I would say don't go see it.
Yeah.
But like, you're not the type of person to go, oh, it's shit, when you haven't watched it.
No,
Do you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
But there
And
are people that will go, oh my god,
response,
Joker 2, it's so
And-
bad, and you
I
haven't
am
seen it. It's like you're just being a
Yeah.
sheep.
I'm looking forward to seeing it, but I will wait and make my own decision when it comes out in digital release. It's just, I'm not going to slate it because, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, and I get why. Again, I don't want to talk too much about it because I'm obviously not going to give away any spoilers, and I want to have a good discussion on this next week. We can give people a week to see it, and then we'll put up the spoiler warning. And I don't want to take from what we're going to be talking about next week, but yeah. Stanley obviously liked it. People just wanted a typical comic book movie. Yeah. Dan saying Joker 2 definitely was not as bad as a lot of folks are making it out to be. Yeah. We
This
saw
is
it
the most
together.
positive I've seen on it.
Yeah, we actually went to see it together, and just two of us and Nancy and Megan.
Nice.
People watch Joker 2 on streaming rather than pair. Yeah, that's a fair point as well. Moose didn't like.
Oh, I've heard bad things about this.
Megalopolis, is it?
Megalopolis. And it's Coppola as well, like, on that film. I'd never heard of it until I heard it was bad. This film. Yeah.
It's weird
I
because
have
I
a
hear
fear
about
of
that.
penguins. Fear of penguins, Jose.
Yeah.
Can't do it. Hey, Philly. How you doing? Just more than a hint, Mitchell. He is Welsh. He's full on Welsh. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to flick through. I think we're at the end there, so. Okay. So, okay, Mitchell, we get it. You did not like Joker, and that is okay. You will definitely not like the second one. You should definitely say if you didn't like the first one, there's no hope for the second one. No hope for the second one. Okay, so yeah, I'd snap Romulus here, and the two year snapping Prey. Would that be right?
I am, yeah.
I'm keeping Prey simply because I haven't seen Romulus yet.
Ah, right. Okay.
But not only that, I thought Prey was great, and someone made a comment saying they didn't like the design of that Predator. I thought it was pretty good myself.
I quite liked that design, yeah.
I quite liked it as well. It grew on me. It's never going to be a Jungle Hunter. Jungle Hunter is number one, but the organic mask grew on me, and I was like, yeah, I actually quite like it with the little three kind of, I suppose, aiming dots. I recently watched it, and
Did you
watched it again.
Hot Toys afterwards?
Yeah, it's one of those funny ones when I was like, I'd messaged Lion Rock and go, here, give us a quote for that. And I was like, yeah, that'll do, I'll take one. And didn't pay a deposit. So like, they should have one for me. And I'll just pay, like, I need to actually pay a deposit on that. But yeah. Okay, so let's go back and we'll let Phil, you can guide us on our journey here, Phil, because we haven't talked about anything. It's been an hour nearly. All right, let's give the people what they want. Let's talk about Joker 2. No.
Let's go new then, please.
Cool. Anyone get... Now, if you're picking it, you must have got something new.
I did, yes. Tech.
Oh, cool. You completed the Bad Batch, so yeah?
I did, yeah.
Good stuff.
Myself and Jim have been messaging one another because we were talking about whether is this the first team the Hot Toys has actually completed, potentially. And I'm not really sure of the answer to that.
First team that they completed? No, the Justice League. Well, I suppose...
Oh yeah,
yeah.
They did.
Eventually.
Yeah. It took a while.
Yeah, eventually they did. And I suppose then again, like, how would you... how would you? They made Guardians of the Galaxy before, but they just weren't. A few of them were letdowns, wasn't it? Wasn't the Drax a letdown?
I think Drax.
Remember, they made a real skinny version, so they still
He
made
was
them.
like the Bane, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Like that kind of design,
skinny.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, absolutely.
JB's got a fair point. Yeah, Omega has not been announced or released.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah,
True, very true.
does that count? Yeah.
Yeah,
What you have there is a fantastic opinion, Mitchell. Well done. And you're entitled to it. I disagree with you, Mitchell.
It's an opinion.
No, it's his opinion. You get it. Like now you've expressed it, and I accept it. We're not trying to change your mind here. We don't do that, and we like opposing opinions here. I disagree with Jenny personally, but
I don't think that it is a bad Predator.
did you just say you digest?
digest? No.
I hope so.
Someone said beans and toast. Sorry. Who wants to talk about what? We want. Oh, it's new this week. You got
so
tech. Sorry.
I got tech this week, and he's in my personal opinion the best out of the five. You can actually, like you, Shane, if I can use as many accessories as possible on the figure or around the figure, and all his tools fit into his utility belt. He's got a spare holster you can clip in. So the only thing is you can only holster one gun, but he's got two pistols. Sorry. That's the only weird thing, but other than that, yeah, I think the helmet design is out of this world. The engineering, if Ian was here, the engineering is really good because it sort of pops up to the side and then comes away from the head. But really good.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Good stuff. What about yourself, Jim? You were away on holidays, I know, but
Yeah, no, nothing new. I'm actually thinking of purging a little bit just because there's just so many things coming out next year that I want. So, and I've only got so much space and budget. So, yeah, nothing new at the moment. Trying to hold off on waiting for that Romulus alien to be announced, to be honest, and a few other things from the Wonder show that will.
would it bother you that
Fest.
it's branded like? Like Alien and Aliens are that's it for me. But I watched I appreciate 3. But it was the disappointment of the trilogy. I don't like Resurrection.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a
I'll
fanboy.
probably
I
never
like
watch
more.
that again. What was it? Prometheus and Covenant.
Covenant. I didn't.
I
like.
actually didn't hate them, but they're not
Prometheus
aliens
was good
to me.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are. They're quite far removed. Prometheus
Yeah,
was good.
they're far removed, like from what I bought into, you know. And even like Aliens is different to Alien, like it, you know. But it's
very different.
It's just they're very good counterparts, though. So yeah,
James Cameron was just on a hype for sequels of that kind of era, wasn't he?
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
Terminator
Yeah,
2,
And
Aliens. Yeah.
And I kind of wish though, I'd prefer a big chap from branded Alien or some sort of an alien from branded Aliens, or of course a Ripley from either or. So
I'd love them to do all that.
yeah, I'm torn though. Like it, as much as that, we'll look at it later on. But like that Xenomorph looks great, but I'm then buying it from a movie that I didn't appreciate. Whereas they're getting their money's worth from molds these days. Is it like just a case? Just go, okay, they're going back and doing all this stuff. Just be patient and skip.
Yeah.
And will they eventually come out with a big chap then? Will they eventually come out with a Ripley and a power loader? And just have the patience go, look, it's not in your collecting, but that's kind of the fun of it, you know? But I suppose we'll get to that. So did you pick up anything else? Or
No, nothing new.
okay. So I still haven't unboxed C-3PO. My 89 is on the way. 89 2.0, the figure, not the Jazz Inc. Batmobile. And I spent the last... This is how she's looking now. So I have...
That is nice, Shane. That is very, very nice.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I want to get that clip from the A-Team. I love it when a plan comes together. You know, I'll get it from that. But this is a kind of vision coming to fruition.
Did Dan see it?
I don't know. I put it into their group chat.
No, sorry. Did
So what
Dan
you're-
come over? Did Dan come over and see it?
No, actually, no, because I live about maybe 45 minutes outside of Dublin, and we
right,
kind of
okay, yeah.
we had a fairly hectic schedule. Like we had a lot of stuff planned, and we got a lot of stuff done. Like showed them to some key pubs in Dublin, kind of ones that were like kind of where locals go, or ones that I
Stuff
used
the
to go
tourist
where-
destinations, the key pubs.
Yeah. No, to be fair, we did a 3-hour walking tour of Dublin, free walking tour on the Saturday, and got a lot of culture and a lot of history in there, and went to like various different spots. So Dublin Castle, obviously Temple Bar, Christchurch, Dublinia, the Halfpenny Bridge, O'Connell Bridge. So there was a lot about, the entire history, the entire the bloody Irish history and stuff, the relationship with the English, and the famine, and loads of really exciting, happy stuff. Like, and then kind of went through like the history of Temple Bar and the Halfpenny Bridge. So we did all that kind of cultural stuff, and we went to a lot of a blend of kind of pubs that are kind of locals with drinking, and then kind of some kind of really traditional ones, and some of the tourist traps as well. Like, but they're kind of nice as well. So I didn't get to see it.
Just a side sort of story. My dad used to drive coaches, and quite regularly he would drive to Ireland, and
cool.
He's a heavy smoker. When the smoking ban came in, I think Ireland had it first, didn't he?
Yep.
So obviously he had this coach party, drove to Ireland. My mum was with him at this particular time, went to an Irish bar, and he said it was dead. I walked in there was nobody in there. But went to the bar, ordered a drink, and said, "Oh, it's really quiet in here tonight for a weekend night." He said, yeah. "Oh, by the way, where's the smoking area?" He said, "Oh, it's through there." And he said he walked to the back of this pub, and it was absolutely banging in there. And with a massive TV and everything else outside. And
because they did these smoking areas where they were kind of open top, and they had heaters. And but the problem was, though, people would go out for a cigarette and they'd stay out there.
Yeah.
So like, I don't smoke at all, but a lot of people would have gone out there because that's where a lot of the banter and the crack was.
Yeah.
So much so that people started smoking just to fit in out there, which is ridiculous. But it happened. But this is, so what you're looking at obviously is you've got 7 IKEA Blaladins, and then underneath you've got 2 custom Max module cases. They're big enough to fit to house that tumbler. Now I did all my measurements, but that tumbler is so wide it barely fits in there. What's great about it, on the other side there's a wire coming up through the bottom, there's a little hole in the back of them, with dummy batteries. I think they're the same ones, Jim, that I think you messaged me about.
Okay, they're brilliant.
So they're the same ones that I'd use to power the 2 Death Star backgrounds that come. They're actually not lit up there because I'll get to that, but they're the same ones, so you can't even see them. Like, just so when I go into the room and I open the smartphone, turn it on, and it ignites the lights for the Blaladins, the Luke lights, the lights that come with the module cases, and then the lights on the tumbler, which I gotta say make a massive difference, because the tumbler is just like, it's like a big black lump of plastic really, and it's only broken up by the copper parts. But when the white lights turn on, they ignite the different shapes on the tumbler, the different angles, and they illuminate the bronze, and they just highlight. It just comes to life, like, and it's just really, like, I can't stop looking. It's really incredible. But obviously the Jazz Inc. 1989 is going to the other side, and you might notice that there's like a riser in the bottom and the riser in the top. The riser in the bottom is a standard riser, but the riser in the middle, they're magnetic. So I can show you in a minute. They're 2 magnetic panels. They take off, and all my cable management's under there. So it's like, I'm not sure if you've ever seen that episode of Friends where Monica is the extremely neat one, and she's real OCD when it comes to cleaning stuff. But they find this one wardrobe, which is just her junk wardrobe where she throws stuff in. So like all the cables, you can't see them, they're inside there. So there's numerous different USB hubs that I have for maybe about 15 different USBs for light up displays. This is just the first draft though. These positions, I got to rearrange the positions to have some sort of a system, but where the bottom is fine, that's all original trilogy. The second line is all the Mandalorian display, with the exception of Cad Bane, who's Book of Boba, but it's really Mandalorian 2.5. But then I want to kind of arrange some sort of system, dial in the Marvel or my favorite movies or something like that. The next step then would be I need to rewire the bases. For example, the 2 Death Star dioramas on the bottom, on the left and right of Vader. Luke's Besman base, I just haven't put in yet, but again, I have USBs underneath to run the cables down through. And CCFLs, so like Luke, I've ordered new ones. I've actually ordered from R15 Customs Neo LED sabers. These are the new ones that light up all the way to the tip, that are allegedly flexible and unbreakable, and that they're powered by USB and they don't heat up. So I'm curious to see if they're better, because they're bloody expensive. Because I broke one of my CCFLs. So I've got a bit of work to do, and there's a few little wires I need to hide and stuff like that. But at this stage, I know the decision's going to work out. Negative would be that the TV stand that I had, even though obviously I couldn't display vehicles with that TV stand. Obviously that TV stand, it was wooden and it was flimsy. It wasn't solid enough. This is bloody solid, but there's no storage really. So I have to just store what was there, which is not that much stuff, in another room, which first world problem. So I'm really happy with this. This is the new setup, So
it's one to be proud of.
It's really nice.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm really, really happy with it. So what we got, X-Man Supreme Dave saying that's hella cool. I appreciate that. Do you think they'll make figures from Joker 2? Technically they already are, because I believe the Joker, the artist and the sculptor that Hot Toys put up, where it's branded Joker 2 Folie à Deux if you look at the small print. I don't think they're going to do a Lady Gaga or anything like that, but yeah. Collection is looking sweet, Shane. Love it. Thank you. Appreciate that, Ryan. They're custom Maxes, JB. Yeah, it was cool. Shane's a great tour guide. I appreciate that. I had a lot of fun. It was weird going to work today and not being in Dublin, having a pint of Guinness with Dan. As a damn smart display, I appreciate that. I'm so curious about how those Art 15 NeoPixels sabers are. I almost got one. You'll have to, yeah. Because I broke one of my Ahsokas, I ordered 2, the Ahsoka set, the Ahsoka live action Mandalorian set, the Neo LED ones, and I ordered 1 Return of the Jedi Vader, even though I have Kenobi Vader and Return of the Jedi, but I said I ordered 1, and I went for Alec Guinness Obi-Wan as well. And so that's it for a while now, but when they come in, I'll do a review and I'll have them all lit up and I'll let you know. We gotta get back to this stuff. Okay, Jim, what are we talking about?
Should we do Wonderfest?
Yeah. Do you want to do Wonderfest Hot Toys first or Wonderfest?
Do Hot Toys. That was the more interesting one for me.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah. All right, so. All right, I'll just have to share that. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna flick through. And you can just like say whatever you want, tell me to stop, tell me to move back, whatever. And people in the chat can get involved, what you're interested, what you saw. So I have the tab ready here. And here we go. So this is Shanghai Wonderfest 2024, an annual event. I can't believe it's a year since the last one. But okay, yeah, it's pretty good. What do you think of this?
Isn't this a bit out of left field for people? I mean, I did not see this coming.
Yeah, you know what? If it was any other character, I'd be like, this is out of left field. But because it's Robert Downey Jr., Tony Stark, and they are just running out of what Iron Man, Tony Stark they can and can't make, then it's very in right field, I'd say. I think this is just... I really like this. But
do you? Nice.
I do.
It's good. It looks good.
It's... What a slick tie. Actually, this is random. I bought 2 jumpers. One was a Guinness Christmas jumper. It is manky and I love it. Coming up to Christmas on the live streams, we'll wear the Christmas jumpers. I love that tie. It's awful. It's so bad I love it. What do you think of the likeness?
Does it look off because of the glasses maybe? I don't know.
The nose
I
looks strange. I don't know if that's just me though.
Possibly, yeah, possibly.
It could be
think
angle,
Agnes is
though.
very good. Could be.
Yeah. The smirk's right, like the smile he's got.
I will say I think he's got a bit too
character.
much weight in his face compared to what he did in
Yeah.
Endgame. Because at the end, Endgame wasn't he? Well, actually, no. When he came back, he was really underweight. But then, after 5 years, when he was living with
That's
Pepper
all.
Potts, and he would have put the weight back on a bit. Like, not that he's weight, but you know what I'm saying. Tailoring looks really good. I love the glasses. I love the little briefcase. Yeah, man, this is pretty cool, but I don't think I can do that. So Phil's getting to them.
I mean, are they going to do the Doom reveal one next? Doom reveal Robert Downey Jr. outfit.
That would sell.
Yeah, it probably
That
would.
would sell. 100%. If they did that today, it would sell. And they could do that today because it's not
do.
going to be screen accurate. That's just like how they chose. That was a version of Doom, a simple thing that they could do to reveal. So they could do that as some sort of like a you know what? They should have done it at the San Diego Comic-Con, really. That would have been right. Like, and released 1,000 of them and called it a day, or 500 or something like that. But that would sell. If they announced that today, people would buy it because, it's Robert Downey Jr. But
Strangely, yeah.
Did either of you go for this?
No, the outfit's banging, but that expression just... I wish they'd just done something different.
Yeah, it doesn't look anything like Lady Gaga.
Nothing like her at all.
Yeah, why didn't they do like Lady Gaga? She's the
that's
true
ridiculous.
Harley Quinn. Like why
Legolas,
didn't
isn't
they do it?
I thought it was.
I wonder how many people who are like will just come in this stream and not get that I'm joking and be absolutely triggered by that. Like, so yeah.
Sorry.
I've no interest in this. It's the DCU. Nah. But I really like this movie.
Yeah, and I like Margot Robbie and
Everything's
Margot Robbie
good.
in this movie.
It was a
but-
good one,
Yeah. She's good in everything though. Like, let's face it. She was incredible in The Wolf of Wall Street, and she's she's just she was crafted by the gods. But like she was like I went and watched Barbie. I mean, I went to Oppenheimer, and then like where the story is going. It's like I brought the girlfriend to Oppenheimer. A week later, she's like, "Oh, you've come with me to Barbie now?" Yeah, fair enough. And
Seriously, I didn't know that.
no, I did. But like, I watched it and I was entertained by it. Now, I thought Ryan Gosling was probably the best bit of it because he was hilarious. Like, you know what I mean? But like, she was very good in it. And I look, it was entertaining. Would it be a movie I'd recommend? No. It ain't a masterpiece anyway. But it's not a bad movie. Like it entertained me for an hour or two, and I got a laugh out of it. I'd probably rate it, I don't know, 2, 3 maybe 2.5, maybe 2.5. It's just not a movie. It's not my. I feel that part of it's just like it's just not a movie I'm gonna be into. Do you know what I mean? Whereas I thought like this was gonna be torture, and it wasn't. It was like there were some funny bits. Like there were a lot of funny bits. So yeah, maybe 2.5, 3 stars top. But yeah, and she was great in the only Tarantino movie I really didn't particularly like was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. But she was great in it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was like, I was in a cinema going, I'm a bit bored, and I love Tarantino movies. It just did not hit the spot. Some scenes were great, but yeah, she was great in that. But I have no interest in this. Do either of you?
No, not for me.
So this is Sauvage Opress, I believe, Darth Maul's brother.
Yeah.
I've watched all the Clone Wars. I know some stuff. He was pretty cool. He was pretty cool, but I just don't collect Clone Wars, so I have no opinion on this. But what do you think yourselves?
He's a bit more cartoony as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
a few people have commented on the head sculpt, but I'm happy, really happy for the Clone Wars fans and Star Wars fans who've been asking for this for such a long time. I mean, I won't be getting it.
They need
I
Adventurous.
just couldn't. I'm surprised she hasn't been. I'm surprised you haven't seen her in live action as well. But there we go. But yeah, awesome looking figure. I'm so happy that they finally released one. I'm assuming.
Can't believe we triggered one of our own.
I
Sorry.
know. I've seen that. Yeah.
Didn't go by Harley. What? I didn't know this.
I surely to God, like, you
That's
know,
mad.
Jose, he has to be joking. He knows that it's a joke. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll just flick onto this unless you tell me to go back or whatever.
No, happy
Yeah,
this has
it's
been
not
made.
good.
A lot of people have asked for him, but yeah.
This is the one. This is the one. For me,
This
this
looks pretty
is
damn
the
good.
standout. It does. Like, there was like some pictures where you could see like the detail on the skull beneath the dome is just brilliant. They haven't gone for
yeah.
a fully silicone body, which I really like. It's more like a Carnage, I think, from the looks of it. Like a large necker piece almost. So
I was just going to say, is it similar to Necker then? Because I know a lot of people actually prefer the Necker over Hot
yeah,
Toys.
Necker's nails it.
Class.
And you can hide the joints easy with this kind of
Yeah.
design, and it kind of fits the place of the Alien Isolation Xenomorph because it's got the kind of more the animalistic legs as opposed to like the Big Chap or the Warriors.
Which I actually
is
think looks
good.
scarier
I don't know, I'm torn.
and cooler.
The humanoid like elements of the other one just kind of freaks me out a bit. So
Yeah.
yeah,
The humanoid. Yeah, I'm not going to finish that sentence. So this here, I have absolutely no interest in. The only thing that this does for me is reminds me to watch Shogun.
That's
I've
a
been
good
told
show.
Shogun's
Such
supposed
a
to be
good show.
incredible.
Yeah,
You
it
need
is
to watch
good.
that. It's amazing.
It is good. Really,
Amazing.
really good.
To be fair, I PO'd this one. I quite like this. I missed out on the original. It's a nice
I get the
little
artistry.
piece.
I get the artistry. I don't think they're shooting this under the best lighting. I don't think the lighting is doing this any favors, though.
No,
They
no.
never
It looks
are, at
way
least.
better in the prototype images.
Yeah, it does. Just the severed alien head just does it for me. Just love it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It is gnarly.
Here we go.
Mm.
This is where it's at.
That
This is the
clean
future of my
T2.
collection.
Do you not think the clean Arnie, the head sculpt, the likeness is slightly better? I don't know, because obviously the other one's battle damage, but for me that was the thing I was thinking. Like, I'm kind of thinking the clean one's my preferred option this time around.
Nah, man, I think they're both great and they're both coming
They
home.
are both incredible. Both.
Yeah, I
It's
think so,
tempting.
yeah.
Mm.
And I can't sell my DX13 because I have it signed by Robert Patrick and Linda Hamilton. So, like, you know, that's just going to be packed up and kept pristine. And yeah, it's just
Is it the actual figure that they've signed, or like a part? Of
No,
the
there's a little with the DX13. There's a little card that you can
inside
slip out
with the leather
and-
jacket.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it
I
just
had
says
it,
like
yeah.
I don't know, Terminator 2, DX13, whatever. And they signed the kind of edge of that, from what I remember. It's pretty cool. Like, be nice to get Arnie to sign it someday, but could be living in hope. But the likeness on T1000 looks incredible. So much better than the original one.
Amazing, absolutely incredible, that one.
Look at the right bottom here, though. Did I not
Yeah.
say this a few weeks ago on the show that if they did the clean one, they would give you the swap out hand? I said this on the show. I'm not sure it was this show, it was another show, but I'm pretty sure it was this show.
Yeah, it was this.
That that's they give us the like kind of severed the fleshless arm here with the blood on it and stuff like that. That's a great touch. Like
I like the shotgun box.
the
the
roses, yeah.
Yeah,
And then you have like on the left, like they're giving you that looks like the police helmet on the left, yeah. They're giving you the glasses. They're giving you this kind of like, I suppose, belt with the holster and all the little pouches, and it looks like a pouch for like a radio and a torch and handcuffs and the stabbing arm, the stabbing finger, the bullet. This is T1000. They're all coming home, man. This is we get these so rarely. Like T2, here's a bold statement. My subscriber count is about to plummet. If I had snapped the original Star Wars trilogy or Terminator 1 and 2, brace yourselves, motherfuckers, I would snap Star Wars. Gone. Not
Those
an
are
easy
fighting
decision.
words.
Not an easy decision. But I think Terminator 1 and 2 are better movies than A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. I just think they're better movies.
You're not a
Just
dad
an
yet,
opinion.
Shane.
Pardon?
You're not a dad yet.
I'm not what?
You're not a dad yet.
Why? Why does that matter?
Because I grew up with Star Wars with my dad, and then my son is growing up with Star Wars with me. I couldn't sit down with my 7-year-old and watch Terminator.
If you were a good dad, you would. But like with your
At least
10-year-old, maybe.
I was going to
Or
say at
11 or
least till
12?
next year. Next year maybe,
Yeah.
but not this year.
And then he'll grow up with them too. And now, if your son says, "Dad, this is way better,"
And that's Star Wars shit. Good chance. There's a good chance.
yeah.
But no,
yeah.
I get where you're coming from. I mean, and I think
yeah.
Terminator's aged better than Star Wars.
And if you look at it like, as in, like, thing is, I love the original trilogy. It was just groundbreaking. It's. I've no interest in the sequels. Some of the prequels I find okay. You know, I love Andor and Mandalorian season 1 and 2, and I think 2 episodes of Book of Boba Fett were really, really good because they were Mandalorian season 2.5. There's some arcs in the Clone Wars which are fantastic, but I just think Terminator 1 and 2 are just better movies, and they mean more to me than the original trilogy. And like, yeah, it's sacrilegious to some people, but like, it's, you know, we don't come on this show to agree with each other. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So I
Okay,
want to see
Which
what views.
IP has made the worst sequels then? Terminator or Star Wars?
Oh, still Star Wars. Jesus, still Jesus. Have you not seen The Last Jedi? You know that there's only one Star Wars movie that I have watched only once, and that was what's the last one called? Is it The Rise of Skywalker or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Somehow
was,
Palpatine returned.
Yeah.
That's a great plot point. What are you talking about?
And Darth Maul, like, he should have never been in the Clone Wars. He should be dead. He was cut in two.
To be fair, I like his arc in Clone Wars, but technically, yeah, that is very true.
Yeah.
Well, the only person to get killed easily by a lightsaber is Qui-Gon, right? So just took one little stab for him.
Liam
Everyone else seems to be
Neeson
fine
must
with
be
that.
watching this stuff in Disney Plus going, I could have made a fortune, like, do you know?
That's why he went and did Taken, no? Just to prove he was tough enough.
Yeah, he was good. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. The first Taken. I love the first Taken because he's just like, he asks questions once, and if he doesn't get the information, bang. You know what I mean? There's none of this drawn out like torture. It's just like bang. Like, he's a man's trying to find his daughter. Like, so I like the clean. No, once that's posed up, you even have
get a
him
bike in
holding.
there.
But even if you have him holding, say, the box of roses, that's going to add a splash of color in there with the rose, the beige of the box and the red rose, and even have him just barely taking out the gun. Oh man, it's going to be incredible.
Very iconic look as well.
Yeah. Dan really wants that motorcycle. Yeah, man, it'd be pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah. They need to do a flesh ripped off arm in the original DX10, but it was the shitty. They did do the flesh ripped off arm in the original DX. I didn't realize that, but it was the shitty joint version. Yeah. And this one is fully seamless, incredible, good stuff. Oh, here we go. Here's the good comments. Blasphemy. Yeah. Okay. Even Dan. Wow. 3K and dropping. Here we go. I'm officially unsubbing. This is the. I've never been one to go with the crowd. Okay, just to be clear, I love Star Wars. It's fantastic. You don't go and get yourself a life-size armor and join the 501st and go through the hassle of getting cleared and going trooping if you're not a fan of the IP. Do you know? So, but there's other things that I do like more, and I think that's fair enough. Dogito was unsubscribed. X-Men Supreme says I'm not mad at it. Okay, all right, okay.
Very open-minded.
Right. Yeah. That is funny. Don't make me bust you up, man. I love the T2 quote. That was brilliant. Box of Roses came with the MMS 117. It did, yeah, and they've done it again here now. Mike, I mean, I got so much crap for not seeing the OT for so long, and now that I've corrected that, focus just throws the. Yeah, there's some people out there who haven't watched the original trilogy, you know. So yeah. Okay, so let's continue on here on our journey. So these are all coming home.
Yeah.
Those bats, no. They don't work. Those bats don't work. Apparently this is going to have a Cillian Murphy head sculpt. And even me as a Dark Knight fan, I don't know if I need this, to be quite honest. I just think there's cooler figures that I could get that would take up space in the collection quicker. But I can't rule it out though. It's the Dark Knight. I need to take a look at it first. I want to see what it comes with. I want to see the price. I want to see if it comes with a Cillian Murphy head sculpt. I want to see if that Cillian Murphy head sculpt is good. And that looks like cardboard in the background. Not feeling that.
Old school.
Cheap school.
Yeah.
But the tailoring looks good and the mask looks incredible. It actually looks it looks material, but it's sculpted, I think.
Have they never done this before? I take it. Have they just...
No, they've done this, but I think they want to do a straight jacket or something like that. Yeah.
Didn't realise that.
And what's it like? Oh, sorry. I thought you said you have it. Sorry.
No. I didn't even know they had one.
I was watching a bit of Let's Get Nuts, Ben Thomas show. Shout out to Ben. And these guys were speculating that possibly this could be a potential spoiler for Venom: The Last Dance. As I think people are speculating that this is the Tom Hardy Venom body, and this is like branded Venom comic book series, but people are speculating that it's
I wonder if they're just using old parts.
Don't know.
I was just going to say. I mean, if it's not Hano, then surely it is a spoiler.
Well, it says comic book Marvel Comics in the bottom right hand corner there.
That's interesting. It does look really good.
See? Oh, yeah. You're right. Sure.
No, I don't know. Would they do that just to?
It needs a second.
Not spoil something. Like an open mouth or something.
Yeah, just because that's iconic Venom, isn't it? Even comic book. This is awesome.
It's cool. Not my bag, but cool.
Yeah, I'm not getting it, but it's awesome.
You know what? I could get. I don't know what they're thinking with Robert Downey Jr. being brought back. I just refuse to believe it's as straightforward as, oh yeah, he played Iron Man for 10 years and now he's Doctor Doom. Get over it. Like, it has to be the variant type thing. And so Russo brothers, they make good movies.
The variant thing I think is a bit lame.
But if they do it cool.
Depends, yeah.
So this is Spider-Man hanging around in Cloud City.
Crossover.
Yep.
Yes, it's alright.
It does look cool.
It's a good improvement, yeah.
Yeah. Great head sculpt. Body portions look good.
Yeah.
Inclusion of skateboard and all this stuff. Yeah. Cool pose too.
I like this a lot.
Yeah.
That sculpt is pretty good.
The little base as well is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Although I am catching myself looking at the Joker in the background there.
Oh yeah.
This is cool.
Yeah.
No? I think it's cool, man. But I just
it
no
looks
chance
cool. No, exactly. It's just not something there's so much coming out.
And I didn't like the show, and it didn't really land for me in the show. It was just like, all right, there's zombies now.
It's almost as if it was like a what if episode of Star Wars. I didn't like that. It was sort of like, I like the thought of it, but not in sort of canon then, I suppose.
I need to see more of this. But if it is just a straight up reissue, I'll still probably get this because I need a Jungle Hunter.
But look at the tie, and that's funny. Mr. Musashi. If a figure has multiple looks in the box, do you buy multiples or swap them out every now and then? I'm 100% swap them out every now and then. It's a space thing. It's a space and finance thing. Plus, when you display one figure per shelf, it does kind of limit the space you have, and you're gonna have to rotate things. And you know what? It freshens up your display. Like if I'm looking at a display going, I'm a bit bored with this. It's not that you're bored with the hobby. It's not that you're bored with the figures. It's not that you're bored with the characters or the IPs. It's that you need to change the pose. Swap out the head sculpt for the helmet. Swap a normal cape for a dynamic. Swap out the clean and battle damage parts. Change up the pose. Put them in a different place. Pair them with something else. So I'm very much... I don't typically buy multiples. I just swap the stuff out every few months or whatever.
What about different versions of the same character? Because I feel like for me, I like to have one, for the most part, one representation of the character, and I find it hard to have more than one, even with Iron Man. But again, that could also be in the constraints of budget and space, because I don't have a lot of space at all. I've only got the 3 details.
That makes sense. Also, like Jose, you didn't just ask for permission, did you? Like, come on, man, dude. We're way past the point of asking permission. What's it? Better to ask for forgiveness than ask for permission. You have the link, man. Yeah. Jump in. If you don't, let us know and we'll sort you out.
I would never buy two of the same. I would never buy the same figure for. Not up until now. There hasn't been a figure where I thought I need 2 of them so I can display one with that and one with. But I do have different representations. Like Luke Skywalker, I've got 3. Vader, I've got 2. But yeah, I've never felt the need to buy something, the same figure, just to have different helmets, head sculpts, or whatever the case would be.
Here he is.
I suppose there's army building.
Here he is.
Yeah. Hey,
here he is.
Jose.
Hello.
The
Can you guys hear me?
Jose, I've been trying to round up people for like a spoiler discussion of Joker next Monday.
Hold on, give me a second here. I'm having some audio issues.
We can hear you.
Okay, there, I hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're maybe a little bit low, but you're clear. You alright?
It's so weird. What it's doing is like, I'll raise the volume on the computer, and then it automatically just puts it all the way down.
They're trying to censor you, man.
Let me sort this out. I'll come back. Sorry about that.
Cool. All right. Yeah, cool. So look, this Jungle Hunter. I've seen Dean Knight's video on this, commenting that like it's kind of, they haven't made any improvements from the 1.0. I've seen other.
Yeah.
I'm hoping this is just a placeholder and they do actually improve the joints and stuff like that. And I think was it the arm was an issue here? Was it the right arm was very skinny? Yeah. So like, you can't throw out the exact same thing from a figure that's 10 years old and expect people to buy it. People probably still would, but
it's interesting because I feel like they've revamped like the 2.0s of everything else. So it'd be weird if this was a straight up just reissue. And
to be fair, I think when we first saw that tease of the new Terminator T800 battle damage 2.0 is called the DX46. It was the DX13, I think, originally.
It was, yeah. It looked like it.
So hopefully they're working on this in the background, but this is just here going, yeah, look, this is coming, all right. So I'd be interested in this. That's another reason I haven't dropped that. What's the word I'm looking for? A deposit with Lion Rock on the Prey. But like one way or another, they're getting my money for one of the Predators. I actually do the Prey. It really has grown on me. Like I can hear Mitchell Lawrence just like rolling his eyes now.
Poor Mitchell.
Yeah. Sure, look.
All
this is coming home.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Right, next. No.
There's just
Jar Jar.
not a chance.
Classic he is. He's a classic.
He's just a classic dose. I didn't like him when I first saw it. I don't like him now. I'm not. This is one. I'm going to leave this to the diehard Star Wars fans. No, Misa passing.
You remember
where's Eddie when you need him?
Speaks,
Yeah. There's just not a hope in hell that I'd have any interest in either of those. What about yourselves?
No.
No.
I think Chris O'Donnell looks better than your man. Fucking
Batman looks.
Clooney looks like he's on something. Like
he does. He looks like the sidekick almost in this compared to the other guy, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Smaller.
yeah.
He might be further back though. He must be that.
But look, again, these are probably early prototypes. INART do this the whole time. Hot Toys do as well. So
That's true.
I never remember. Did he?
go on.
Did he wear that Robin suit in the movie? I don't remember that.
Oh, he did it because I always remember
Did
it kind of looked like Nightwing, didn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, he looks like Night. That's what I thought. He
Yeah.
looks like Nightwing, but I don't remember. Okay, I'll have to go back.
Pretty sure he
It's been-
did.
It's been a while, but I'll have to watch rewatch.
Yeah, because he had the more, I suppose I want to say traditional one. It still had the bodysuit, but it was like you know the one they called Throbbing.
Yeah.
Like that was pretty, very cool though. Popped out on the shelf for more reasons than we'd like to admit. But yeah. Apparently those figures are statues. Like they just don't articulate well at all. But I suppose we could tell. By
I've
looking
got
at
the Val Kilmer Batman that really doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I speaking of kind of coming home straight from work and watching movies like the other day at the house myself, and well, it was myself and the dog. So we watched the Deadpool came out on streaming service. I got it from Apple TV and we watched it. And it was funny, like when there's a dog on TV, he'll just start barking at the TV. So like when
Could you actually tell that was a dog?
Well, this is the funny thing. This is exactly the funny thing, and I have the clip because I sent it to Megan. He when Dogpool come up on the screen, he actually stood up and he kind of went. He didn't bark. He was like, "What is this?" Which is really funny. He didn't actually bark. I think he growled a bit.
Excellent.
Wow.
I would never do this pose, but I'm glad that they did. And look, the Wolverine proportions look good. They just got to nail that head sculpt.
Oh, good.
This is the one.
Yeah.
No one wants them to make mistakes with anyone, but I think this is the one that's coming out next year that they cannot afford to mess up. Yeah, we don't need a.
Agreed.
Because if this is probably one of the few figures where I would potentially buy two because of the head sculpt,
Fair.
the sleeveless arms. Yeah, there are two completely different display options. But
That's fair.
So I just want to see. Sometimes Facebook does this thing where it doesn't allow you. I think we discussed this.
Go ahead.
I mean, maybe that's the end of it. Is that in?
That one of them?
Would that be 40?
I didn't feel
It says it's 42, 3. No, that's only like 20 photos. What is going on? And actually, the funny thing, Steve, this comment by Steve is underneath, and I've heard Steve giving out about it as well, and I empathize with him because every time he's saying it's alright, it's not just me. Because he's noticed it. So I've refreshed anyway, and we'll see if this will work. So. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I'm clicking over, and then the option to move over at a certain point. Oh, there we go. Okay.
There we go.
All right. What is
Is
this?
this a re-release?
This is
A 2.0?
Clone
Clone
Wars.
Wars more. He's just there for Savage, isn't he?
yeah, I think so. Yeah, I
Probably.
can't see any of that.
Okay, now here's something that people are going to be interested in.
This is coming home.
Yep. 100%. I'd say, again, I don't collect prequels, but I can see a lot of people going for this one, especially that Sideshows one was just, yeah.
Yeah, I sold mine at that.
Was there any?
You bought it, didn't you? You bought the side. Was it you?
I bought it. Do you know what? Like, the joints are awful. If the joints actually held up, it would be an okay figure. I'm not gonna lie. It looks really good on display, but it took me, honest to God, 40 minutes to get it in that basic kind of forearm pose. And there was one arm that just kept falling down, and it's got magnets in the hands and magnet lightsaber hilts, and it just doesn't work as it's meant to. That one went by.
Yeah.
I made a profit on it though by about £5, so it's
Good
all right.
stuff, man. You're gonna
Yeah,
Warren Buffett here.
yeah, exactly. I know.
I always thought these two looked quite well together. It's just not a movie that I'd be into. And I really think the Robin, so just with the red and the green, it just looks really well in the shorter cape. But see how bad the cape is in the background. See how bad the cape is in the background for the DX, sorry, the 89 2.0. It's so bad, the cape. Now I've got that en route, but I've got a Jackson cape for it. It's just we should. As Ian had a point like a few weeks ago, we shouldn't have to. It significantly elevates the figure, but Hot Toys should be able to make decent capes.
Yeah.
Apparently, the Moon Knight one's great.
So
There's
one
the
exception.
couch, Phil. There's the
Ooh,
couch,
There
Phil.
it is. There it is.
Jose, you okay?
I think so.
Sound
That
great?
sounds better.
Yeah, sound great.
All
Sound
right,
great.
perfect. Sorry about that, guys.
You're all right, man. Thanks for joining us. We're just flicking through Hot Toys Wonder Fest images, so I'm just going to keep flicking until someone wants to say something, so just chime in. Oh, here we go. Okay.
The Black Widow, man. Ooh,
This looks
that's-
incredible.
hello.
This looks incredible.
I know, man. That looks so good. That looks
The
so
likeness
good.
is
Oh,
great.
man.
The hair is
Yes.
great. Okay, the proportions are great. Let's be fair. Like they've absolutely
Yeah.
nailed this. And a magnetic base when INART have stopped doing magnetic bases or something.
For is it Nazgul or Legolas?
They changed the wrist pegs. The wrist pegs are no longer magnetic. That's what
And
they
the
stopped
bases
doing.
aren't either. Like the base for Legolas isn't. It's not
Yeah.
magnetic.
Really?
They advertise it as non-magnetic base. Oh my god, you hear that?
Oh, I didn't.
Non-magnetic.
I didn't.
Do you know? So
I like the magnetic base.
I did-
I'm the only one.
yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that there's been issues, but like it's, I don't
Interesting.
know. I've got him in the grenades pose and it hasn't fallen over. So
Yeah, me too.
and that's pretty heavy.
But I
like, to
actually
be
have.
fair.
I have to. Yeah. I have him on the display stand because just earthquakes and stuff here. He falls.
Yeah,
He
that's fair.
falls, so.
That's fair.
We don't have to deal with that, to be fair.
No. I know. I think Jose, you dropped a pre-order in this, did you?
Yes, actually, this one was with the help of Mario. I always give him a shout out because I appreciate him and jumping in the queue there for me. So he got this one for me, put my name on it and the address, and fixed it all up for me. So she's coming home.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, I think it actually looks incredible. Just everything about it. Here's the thirst trap. So it's like it's funny how that they put these together. It's like, you know, it's like
They know what they're doing.
it's like something for the ladies out there, or maybe some of the men. Who knows? You know, but it in fairness, the physique, they've really nailed the physique on this one. I love the weathering on the pants as well. The base is kind of cool. It's strange the way you can't actually put the cowl on him. It's like nearly like kind of what you're saying, Phil. It's kind of like, I suppose if people were to buy the deluxe, regular kind of blue and yellow one, they could use the cowl heads with this. I presume if the connector is the same.
Does he have the same kind of skin texture as the Bane that just came out? Because I know people have been talking about that, and I feel like I remember seeing him with that kind of rough skin texture, which the Bane also has.
No idea. Could be on
Which I
something.
thought was interesting. Yeah.
This is cool, but at the end of the day, I don't think I'm going to commit to this.
Oh no, nice.
They look good. Ooh, not for
Yeah.
me, but look great together
I love
as
the
well.
Wolverine. The Wolverine's fantastic.
I'm not overly keen on the material for the Spidey, but
Yeah, me neither.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's
it's,
true.
yeah, it's strange kind of texture, isn't it? Oh, now we're talking. Look at them cos babies
yes. Can we zoom in there?
and teddies. The vehicle. They're actually kind of cool. If I had a choice between, like, if I was gifted a cos baby or gifted a, what are the other ones? Funko. I think I'd go cos baby. Yeah, it's kind of funny little. Have them on a dashboard or something. I think that's the end of the line there.
What are
isn't
the prices of these things anyway? I've never actually.
it? I think they're actually quite expensive, especially
Are
one of
they
the
really?
vehicles.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, it's starting to turn into a different type of show there, lads. Right. So,
Hello there.
right. Okay, moving onwards. So, Jose,
Yes.
oh, did I show you? There's a picture of me and Dan.
I did, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you sent it in the group.
Oh,
yeah,
I did, yeah.
yeah.
And
Very
think
cool,
really-
very cool.
I think I showed this as well. We were chatting about this earlier on, so that's one of the displays a bit higher.
Yes.
I said that. Cool. Okay, Jose. We have discussed so far Hot Toys Wonderfest 2024. We've done the Snap and New, and we've talked an awful lot of shite already, so that's why it's nearly 10 o'clock in our time.
Yeah.
What's on
Well, for Face Off, since you can't do it because I gave you
No,
the questions.
yeah.
So
Or maybe no,
the-
shh. No, I didn't read them. No, I read them. I totally read them. Yeah.
But I could read them, or it's up to. But it would have to be Phil versus Jim. So
I think Vita
that?
is referring to. Sorry, Jose. I think Vita is referring to the. I don't want to assume, but I think she might be talking about the topless Wolverine.
Possibly, she might be actually.
Okay. Yeah. Hi Vita, I hope you enjoyed your holiday, and hope I just didn't assume too much. But he's 55, but he's still an attractive man. And Jim's all right too.
I say, I thought you were talking about me then. It's like I look 55 already. Damn.
Yeah, if you're 55, you're using a lot of moisturizer, mate. Okay, you want to do the face-off, so?
If Phil and Jim and you guys are ready, we'll do it now.
Bring
If not,
it.
I'll pick something else.
I'm loving the confidence.
Bring it.
I'm loving the confidence. Okay.
All
Brandon
right.
Salad.
0.
Send this man a link. Brandon, you working? You can always quit your job. Okay, let's get that music going. And we'll see at the end of this who's going to be like this. I really should check the context of that because I don't know what it is. I just always thought it was kind of funny. Okay, so where's our music?
Yes, music. Private chat for both the gentlemen participating.
Done.
All right, who wants to go number 1 and who wants to go number 2?
That could be misinterpreted, but I'm grand. I went to boxing for it. Come on.
In terms of the game.
What happened last time, Jim? Because I'm sure we went up against each other last time.
I think I went first last time. I think I got thrown in the deep end, so I'm happy
I'll
for
go
you
first.
to do that this time.
All right. So, Phil, you're going first?
Yeah.
All right. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay. We'll start off with a release, okay?
Are you praying, Phil?
No, I'm not Googling.
Oh, I see. I love that. So,
All right.
Jim, you should do the whole thing like this,
Say, what's
right?
this? Just chill out.
Yeah. Look at them guns. Put down Des and Troy.
Philly said he just went number 2. Thanks for the information. I appreciate that, Philly.
Thanks, Philly. Really appreciate that.
All right. First question is for Phil. And it is releases, okay? And what year did The Sixth Sense release?
'99.
That is correct.
Oh, good stuff.
That was tense.
This question is for Jim. Again, release as well. In what year did The Lost Boys release?
Ooh. This is a straight up guess. I'm going to say 87.
That is correct.
Oh! Come on!
I like that.
Oh, thank goodness. There we go.
All right. Next section is who directed. Phil, you get the first question.
Sorry,
ahead.
guys. You just dipped out there. Did he get that one right?
He did, yes.
One
Yeah,
apiece.
I did.
Oh, this is interesting. It's good TV. Damn good television.
This is who directed. Question is for Phil. Who directed Scarface?
Scorsese.
That is incorrect. It is Brian De Palma. All right, Jim, to take the lead. Who directed Planes, Trains, and Automobiles?
I have no clue. I don't know. Pass.
Final
I've
answer?
seen it. Yeah.
No guess?
Mm. No.
That would be John Hughes.
Yeah.
All right, we're still tied. Next section, who played? This question is for Phil. The question is, who played Terrence Mann in Field of Dreams?
I'm gonna say Kevin Costner, but Kevin Costner.
That is incorrect. It was James Earl Jones.
Damn.
Kevin Costner would have been too easy, man. Gotta.
I know. That's why I thought it can't be, but no.
All right. This is for Jim, and if you get this one, you win the game.
I agree with Mike.
Who played Stu DeMeyer in Mrs. Doubtfire?
It's been so long since I've seen that film. I'm just gonna say Robin Williams because I don't know.
That is incorrect. It's Pierce
Yeah.
Brosnan. You knew that, Phil?
He was in that.
So are they tied?
They are tied. Now I can ask them. I have more questions, so I could ask more. Or we
Typically,
can do like
to
one of
settle
those.
it.
Yeah.
If you look up
The
a
age.
celebrity, right? Yeah, and just.
Oh, I already know. I already know who it can be.
Okay, cool. Yep, it's so closest to the age gets it.
Okay, you got it. All right, and to break the tiebreaker, how old is Natalie Portman?
40.
38.
Phil, you are the winner. She is 43.
Hey. 43.
She's
wow.
43.
I didn't know that.
Man, force is strong with her.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Jim, you get to pick.
Bravo.
What are we talking about? Well done, Jim.
Thanks, guys.
That was
Good questions,
Good
Jose.
match, yeah. Sorry, Phil.
Who's it on?
Do we go in?
Oh, sorry,
one
Phil,
first?
you get to pick. Sorry, it's the winner
yeah,
gets to
it
pick.
is,
Sorry,
yeah.
sorry, Phil won, yeah.
That's
Okay,
correct.
we'll go.
Yeah, it's true,
Wonderfest in art.
Wonderfest
gonna
INART. Okay, so do we have that? I have it ready. Okay. This is what Dan was in Dublin on Friday night, legless. I'm here all night, folks. Boom, boom, psh. Yeah. So no, very well behaved. So this is their Legolas, which doesn't come with magnetic wrists and doesn't come with the magnetic base. And is this guy's Spenny a knee? How much is he?
360, I think I heard.
I thought he was more than that. I thought he was significantly more than that.
Philly just ordered him. Philly, if you're still in the chat, how much did you pay for that? Because I know he got it
And-
with Kate.
And
Or am
did
I
he
thinking
get
of the
a
Nazgul?
kitchen?
Might
No,
have been Nazgul. That was a bit cheaper without the horse.
oh, maybe you're thinking of Nazgul. I think this guy. I thought someone said he was like 5 or something. All in.
That's dear. That is dear.
I'll
I
double
think he
check,
looks
too.
pretty good.
Yeah. He's the least interesting looking of the ones they've done so far. It's
I
just
think
a bit
maybe
plain.
Has a bit more work to do. I can't. I don't know. I don't have the eye for Lord of the Rings. I don't think it looks bad.
I
So,
feel like the sculpt looks a bit soft, but then he's an elf, right? So he's got pristine.
He's supposed to be. Yeah, perfect skin. Yeah.
Yeah.
total
Jose, what were you
price
saying?
listed with 1/6 kit for Legolas is $556 with the $76 deposit.
God,
That
and no
is-
magnets. That's mad.
That's a tough pill to swallow, isn't it?
Yeah.
But if,
For
if
sure.
you already have Gandalf and Aragorn and you're all in on this, it's
Yeah, if
That's
you
the
bought
thing,
it, you're
it's
stuck.
capitalising it.
I really wish I was in on all of this line because they've.
I think this
The
is
Snape.
incredible.
This
Sorry, is anyone
incredible.
getting? Is anyone getting?
I'm getting this.
Is anyone getting the Legolas?
No.
Yeah. Does anyone think it looks bad?
Doesn't look bad.
No.
I don't think. I don't think it looks
Yeah,
bad.
It's
it's
just
good.
not one of when Aragorn and Gandalf were released, they were like, wow, it was mind blowing. And I don't know why. Perhaps we were all expecting more from this, and he was my favorite character in Lord of the Rings, and I don't know why, but I haven't been blown
I think
away.
Jim might be onto something. This guy, he's obviously the pretty boy of the Fellowship, and he's an elf and he's perfect skin and all that kind of stuff. And we always say that a lot of times the better figures when they nail the likeness and the realism is the ones who have texture, older, wrinkles, scars,
always
moles,
the best sculpts.
beards. So I think maybe Aragorn looks realer because it has, he's a bit older and maybe more wrinkles and
It's
a
subtle.
bit of beard.
Isn't Cavill similar though in complexion for the Superman though? He's he's
Yeah.
pretty unblemished, and
He's more manly looking. His jaw's more manly looking. I think.
I suppose yeah.
Or muscle.
Yeah, and he's also the one who caused the Trojan War by sleeping with Helen of Troy, right?
What?
Orlando Bloom. You've seen Troy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
This looks incredible.
Yes.
Yes.
I think
100%.
I've heard some people don't like the likeness, but I can't. I think it looks bang on, pretty much.
Yippee
Bang on
ki
as well. Yeah.
JB, you're on it. Yeah, 100%. I really like this. Snape is one of my favorite characters in the franchise, especially when you find out like some of his backstory. If you haven't seen the movies, you know what I'm talking about. But his backstory and everything that he did and all that. So incredible character. I don't even have the Harry Potter line, and I still want this. So I don't know. We'll see.
This and Dumbledore, I would take.
Oh yeah. Dumbledore looked great when they showed it off. I don't know why they didn't show it again, and maybe they're still working on it. But I thought initially the prototype looked really good. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's the Dark Knight trilogy Batman that they've been on about since they started?
yeah, I'm not too sure.
Jose,
Yes,
The more I
we were
look-
having a
the more-
conversation.
the more I look at this, the more I think it needs work.
Well,
and
I
I'm
sent you
interested.
those. Yeah, I sent you those comparison shots. I showed you how it looked next to the Hot Toys, how an actual picture of Anne Hathaway, the nose, the eyes, the lips, the facial structure is basically all there. We need a little refinement overall on the head and the hair, and then Ian had some issues with the ears. But again, I think just by looking at this initial prototype, it's already leagues ahead of the Hot Toys offerings. I've held both in my hands. I've had both of them in my collection. This is already better. So, and if you look at the Quinn Studios statue that they produced, both in 1/3 and 1/6 scale, they did make a nice likeness to Anne Hathaway. So, I think once we get the promotional shots and the pre-order shots or whatever's, it will be vastly improved. And also, we're looking at an image of her without her mask. The domino mask is not there, and that does impact how you're looking at her. When in the movie did she wear this? Like without the domino mask. So
Shane, could
You
you?
mean with the mask sitting on top of her head, like?
yeah.
Can
Well,
you
she would have when she was dressed plainly, but I don't think there's a scene where she's in the cat suit without the mask either on her face or on top, like the ears.
No. Does
But
not
it still
exist.
doesn't change my opinion that it needs more work. I'm not saying I'm not interested. I am interested. But I hope this is like, remember the early Aragorn, very early Aragorn protos? People absolutely slated on it. The INART haters were out in the droves. And then we got was, I still think that was the best prototype images I've ever seen. So I'm hoping that they do the same for this. But she's kind of in the same ball game as... Okay, Orlando Bloom isn't as pretty as her, but
Yeah.
But like he's a pretty boy. Let's be honest. Like he's not like kind of.
Calls the Trojan War.
But like this yeah, you're shooting more than arrows. But like this woman here is beautiful, but
Yes.
she has a kind of like perfect skin, and they struggle sometimes to capture likenesses of people with like no skin imperfections and no wrinkles. So this
Yeah.
will be a challenge for them. But I am interested because, and I'm just going to share this really quickly. That is a perfect segue. Perfect segue. I have it ready. Oh wait, something's different now. Hang on a second. Oh no, I have it. So I'm just going to share this. So this is the. I just googled like INART. INART Shanghai Wonder Festival 2024. And this is I'm not sure if this is, I think this is the INART site or something like that, INART Studio, yeah. And it just has this kind of like Sideshow has for the RSVP for the upcoming Hot Toys ones that are teased at various toy conventions, and we don't know if they're going up for pre-order or not, and then they pop up in the RSVP, and then usually we get the announcement in a few days or something. So they have this Catwoman up there, which is interesting that they have the Dark Knight Trilogy Catwoman up before the Dark Knight Trilogy Batman. They've made a Joker. Made a Catwoman. What's the story, folks?
I think,
but yeah,
I personally think that they are working to make a very good Bruce Wayne, to make a 2-pack. So I think they're working on the tailoring and the head sculpt. They want to maybe do one of the best Christian Bale likenesses, which, you know, people are still debating which one is the best. And if they've been able, whether Hot Toys or J&D or any of these other companies have ever been to truly capture Christian Bale's likeness. So I'm sure that that's probably what's holding it up, because they want to do a 2-pack. I'm almost certain that's what's going to happen.
I don't think Vita is a fan of the Catwoman.
Yeah,
And I don't
I
think-
saw.
Mike, it's a lot of forehead. I'm still kind
she has a
of
big forehead.
essentially. I presume you're interested in this, Jose. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm still keen.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah,
like yourself,
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see those images. Now, I know a guy who looks like this.
Oh,
What
gosh.
is this? I don't play the games. But someone's going to have to walk me through this. I don't play the games. I've heard this game is supposed to be really good. What is this?
Nothing's
Does
changed
anyone?
yet. We're still looking at
Wait
the
a second.
Catwoman.
Oh, sorry. I was wondering why my joke didn't land. Yeah, I know someone who looks like this. So there's a guy who goes to the local post office,
Catwoman.
and I swear to God, just reminds of him.
Oh,
Yeah,
gosh.
this is, I believe, is this from a computer game? Computer
Yeah,
game.
Wukong.
Something like
A
that.
game. I'm gonna drop the computer game. A game for like the Commodore 64. When I say computer game, it sounds very dad rock. But yeah. So is this from a game?
Yeah,
What game?
Wukong. I haven't played it.
I've heard the
but it
game is
looks-
good though.
It's meant to be. It's like Souls, like Dark Souls, a little bit like that. Apparently it's pretty good.
That probably made sense to people watching, but I haven't a clue because I'm just not a gamer. But did they release this character already, like in a limited amount in Hong Kong or something like that?
I know a third-party company is definitely either has released or is about to release. I'm sure.
Is this guy's name the
Awesome.
Monkey King?
Yeah.
Okay. And I wonder, are they going to release it like for the masses, or is it just purely for like the promotion of the game or something?
It's a big game, so they might. I could see them releasing it for the masses.
A lot of
It's,
detail here,
it's
to be
very
fair though.
popular. Yeah.
Like if you
Yeah,
look
it's a
at,
beautiful looking piece. Is
I
it
know nothing about
rooted?
this.
Or is it sculpted?
You can
Must
see
be
it's sculpted
sculpted.
here,
Yeah.
but like all the detail on the crown and all like this armor on the chest. In fairness, like, the patience that must go into painting these things and whatever.
It looks. It looks the
Sorry,
same.
John,
That would
go.
stand out on your shelf.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm.
This guy's had what we call a glow up. He
He
looks a
looks
lot better than he did
fantastic.
last time. Yeah,
Mm.
it's exactly how I remember him in the Hobbit. But then
But
again,
still-
I don't have the eye.
I think it looks spectacular, and then there was also I used this as an example that this is, you compare it to the first initial showing of this prototype compared to now, and how they've been able to progress the likeness, and everything is much more improved. So yeah, I think this looks incredible too.
I don't do
looks good.
the points thing here, but yeah, in fairness, that's a very good point. Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to do that every time someone makes a banger point, but that's a great point. Yeah, because you did show that, and it wasn't great to begin with, and it turned out pretty good, though.
Yeah.
That looks great.
Yeah.
That's
Nailed the likeness here.
Oh yeah.
phenomenal work.
On the
This
horse.
looks
They
really
nailed it. In
good.
fairness, they nailed it. Yeah, there's the head sculpt on the horse, pretty good. I just think this is a real showstopper of a piece, and I don't collect Lord of the Rings, but I think if you're getting this, you've got to get the horse. I mean,
Oh yeah,
just
definitely.
find a spot for it. But yeah, this looks incredible.
Yeah, it's mad.
I think this looks great. Like, I have no interest in collecting the Harry Potter stuff, but I just think
Yeah.
it really. I think they've really.
I
She wasn't
know.
great to begin with, and they did improve her.
Yeah, with the Harry Potter line is tricky because I love the movies. As you guys saw, I used one of the questions last week, and it's one of my favorite IPs, and I grew up reading the books and watching the movies. But $500 a piece for these small little figures, I was just like, initially I was no, and now I'm kind of like, because of the Snape and then Dumbledore, I'm like, man, do I go back and find these? And it's like Harry Potter is like impossible to find now. It's like, you want to pay $700 now, and it's like,
Yeah.
Look
That's
how
true.
good this Lord of the Rings line is shaping up there. Okay, remove Thorin there and put in Gandalf.
Nazgul's huge.
yeah.
And then remove that overcoat there that Strider has that no one actually got unless you bought direct. But like, in fairness, they just, and that horse, man, looks incredible. Yeah, look like this is now.
Those are some ghostly people.
I'm still excited about that 4-pack. Even if I didn't enjoy the second movie, which I did, the first doesn't change. It doesn't change the first movie for me. Like, I can, I always make jokes that there's 2 Terminator movies. I'm not stupid. I know that there's other stuff that they did.
You don't like the third one?
Sorry. No, did not
Oh,
like.
I thought that was
no.
alright.
I just think the standard is so high for the first 2. I just can't drop down to, oh well, that was watchable. I just, oh man. But like, even if I didn't get anything from the second movie, I'd still be excited about this 4-pack, because I think this is just going to be like incredible in 2028 when it gets released. But I do think the second movie, there's aspects of it which actually really complement the first that I enjoyed. But we'll talk about that next week. But is anyone else? I don't think anyone on the panel is actually getting the 4-pack. Would that be right? Or
No.
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 Single artisan for me.
gotcha. Fair. Superman looks great there. And that should be, apparently that's all one batch shipping now.
I'm still waiting on my Batman, but cool.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a judgment call here for
Yeah,
us. The
so-
same as well. I am waiting on my Batman as well. Going to make a judgment call here, folks. We've got to speed this up. We talk about Wonderfest INART. We talk about Wonderfest Hot Toys. We've done the Snap. We've done Head to Head. Will we have a chat about Donnie Yen after I just address the chat? I got to say, you have a partner that listens to you. This is the
They
the
fix the
proof here.
knees.
I don't think they fixed the knees, from what I understand. I don't know. I don't know.
they did.
But
They
did they? How did they
With
go about
Hermione,
it?
yes.
Did they just go seamless?
They it looked seamless. They did a video and everything announcing that they had.
Cool.
Yeah,
They did.
Good stuff.
yeah, it's on
She
their
does
social
listen
media.
to my waffle. Yeah.
It's good. Yeah. I think Megan glazes over. I don't know. In fairness, it's really good. This here, what's it? Shane loves Christian Bale Terminator. I swear to God, Christian
Bale
Bale,
Terminator?
I always said he just doesn't make bad movies.
Salvation.
Until I saw this. And then I was like, yeah, that wasn't great. And then since then he's made like Amsterdam and I haven't the thing is I can't judge Amsterdam. I haven't seen Amsterdam. I've just heard it's bad, but I can't say it's bad because I haven't actually seen it. You know, so yeah.
Fair.
I don't get this one. Don't like.
On
Yeah,
the steps.
I get you. Yeah, that's
Arthur.
fair. Yeah, that's fair. I can. Not a deal breaker, but I get that. Yeah, maybe you want a cleaner look. I get that. I get that. It's the Harry Potter. That was the trigger word there. That. Yeah. There we go.
Harry Potter. Yeah.
All right. I want to talk about this, folks. Has anyone on the panel not seen John Wick 1, 2, 3, 4? We've all seen him?
I have seen. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Okay, good stuff. Anyone have the John Wick on PO?
Yes.
I do.
Me.
Really looking forward to it. Did anyone have this guy on PO?
No.
No.
No. Okay, so we're kind of on the same page. Would anyone get this if it was an absolute bargain bin and dropped down to say $200?
No.
I probably would.
No, probably not.
I probably would, even though. How do I try to explain this? Like, with John Wick, it's like I accept the ridiculousness of it.
Yeah.
It's not Shakespeare in love. You know what I mean? It's not like you're not going in for the dialogue and the intent. It's an action shoot 'em up. It's like watching a computer game. It's intense. Like I tried to watch them all in the one day. I got halfway through the second. I was like, "There's so much violence in this. I need to stop." You know, you could probably watch them in a weekend. Just do one movie per night or something. But it's intense. There's no let up. Like, and I think maybe for a really good movie, sometimes it has to be a little bit of a break and a calm period to reset you for the next action period. But I think they're great movies. They're well, you know, for what they are, I really, really like them. The first one's epic.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's like number 1, then number 2, then number 4, then number 3 was my least favorite. But this guy is blind. It's so ridiculous. It's like the step scene alone is ridiculous. The fact that John Wick can go in and just like kill people and not get killed is ridiculous. The bulletproof suit is, but we accept it because you do have to kind of leave your brain outside. It's kind of it's a computer game reality. It's not real, but the fact that he was blind was just like, oh my god, this is like jumping the shark in a movie that jumps the shark. However, it was still bloody cool. I still like the character. I don't know. Let's take a look at this anyway. So I think this bike is about 240 or something like that. I think it's reasonably priced, 260 maybe, reasonably priced considering. How do you feel about this? Do you think it looks good? Anyone?
I do personally think it looks really good. But I don't know. The fourth one wasn't my favorite either. My first one will always stick to being the first film and the second film. And so I again, it was a bit ridiculous. The stairs scene, as you mentioned, I just felt like this part, like I love the action. I liked his character, but it's like, I don't think it's enough to spend, even if it was bargain bin $200. Now, if we're talking about Ana de Armas' Ballerina, which looks really, really good, I might want to pair her up with John Wick. So I might wait for that. And if I love that movie, you know, now we're talking.
But she is also one of those humans who was not born. She was crafted
Created
with the finest genetics that they could find all over the globe.
Yeah.
So them to try and capture her likeness would be very, very difficult. But they've done it on Scarlett Johansson, you know?
Yeah.
But maybe that's why they haven't tried it on, say, Zoe Kravitz's Catwoman. But yeah, you know, I'm curious to see what that show is going to be like. It's just me, or does the sculpted hair look particularly plastic here? Or do you reckon this could be lighting or what?
It looks a little soft, I think.
Looks a bit Lego head, doesn't it?
Yeah. That pushover of the hair, I think it's not working very well there. Just, I don't know if it's, like you said, the lighting, but it does look a little plasticky.
It kind of looks like one of the figures that they haven't put their 100% or like their best guys on. You know, like they put it out there, but
I've
The
got to
B
say,
team.
yeah, maybe.
do you know what? I think you could be right there, because I didn't do it because usually how these shows work is I've already done a pre-order preview on pretty much everything that gets announced or released. But because I was working on the display behind me, I just did not have time to do that stuff. So while I was working on, display and, yourself, it's a lot of work. You've got to take everything out, carry the shelves down, build the shelves, put them up and all that yada. You'd be listening to stuff in the background. And all I heard was that they've absolutely knocked this one out of the park. And now this is my first time actually genuinely going through the photos, and I think so. The dog doesn't like it either. I'm not sure if you can hear. Do you want to see him? One second.
Show us.
Hi. Mary.
That's Shane gone.
Yeah. So.
Hey, look at that little guy.
Yeah. You're on TV.
Finn.
Oh, you make kiss. That's really nice, isn't it? He's happy there now because he has affection. Basically, he just needs to be held. All right, we're done now. Go to your mom. Okay. I'd murder someone too if someone killed my dog.
You've just regained your 1,000 followers.
Yeah, there we go.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hello.
When in doubt, bring the dog out. But yeah, that's Buddy. So I heard everyone talking on the streams how amazing this was, and I do think that head sculpt the hair sculpt is a bit soft. Does his head look a little too big? No.
It's not a Chirrut sculpt, though, is it? A Chirrut sculpt.
Don't know. Same actor, isn't it? Is it? What's it? Donnie
Yeah,
Yen?
that's true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, is he blind in every role, or what's the story like?
He
Wasn't
likes doing
blind
it,
in-
I guess.
Yeah.
I had to Google if he was blind. Just like the Sir Patrick Stewart, I had to Google if he was actually disabled at one point as well.
Did you actually think? Oh, you're
Yeah,
showing
but-
your age now. You've never seen Star
No.
Trek.
Well, my mum's a big fan, so I'd watched that, and then I swear he's in a wheelchair in that, isn't he? No, he's always in his chair, so I just assumed that he was just disabled, basically.
You're so young.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
92.
Yeah.
maybe.
I'm jealous.
I'm also
So,
92, Jim.
All right.
Nice. Best year.
No one's picking this one up. So
Yeah.
cool. All right. So we're gonna go back here, and folks, anyone want to select what we've left?
2.0.
2.0, is it?
2.0 and Star-Lord.
Yeah, 2.0 Moff Gideon, Star Lord. Well, we just what do you want?
Nobody's getting Moff Gideon, are they?
No.
That's a quick one. We'll flick through this. So, you know what? Let's go straight to the head sculpt, because that's the. No one on the panel's picking it up. What do we think of the head sculpt?
For which one? Star-Lord?
Definite improvement on the original, but I wouldn't buy this just to swap the head sculpts out.
Oh, Mach-Gideon.
Yeah, it's still. For me, it still doesn't look 100%, but I don't know if I'm just. It's been a minute since I've seen the film, so I might just be looking at.
Because
I think you need the glasses. Once you put the glasses on him, and then you'll be like, oh,
the
there he
frame
is.
glasses, yeah.
Gus Fring, yeah. Gus Fring.
Yeah.
It's just weirdly, this one looks comb forward, and what I would call in the day a saucepan cut straight across, whereas the older one looks slick back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. I think the head sculpt looks good, but I do think the hair sculpt looks
It's
soft,
weird.
similar to the last one.
Yeah.
I do think the face is superior. I think they've done a good job with the face.
Oh,
I just-
100% superior over the first version, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely is.
I just hated that story arc of him becoming a Mando, and I don't know,
He was
Yeah,
a wasted character, I thought, in the end.
yeah.
Yeah, and like he has so much presence in everything. Like look at his
Yeah.
repertoire. Like he's Gus Fring, which is one of the best villains in TV I think I've ever done. He's pretty good in The Boys too. He plays a similar character. He's actually in The Gentleman as well. That
Yes,
He is,
that's
show.
right.
Yeah, and he was again similar character as well. They like kind of call him in at the last minute for Captain America 4 because there was reshoots and stuff like that. Isn't he going to be in that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
But I just felt that this, the way Phil's after saying they didn't like him ending up being a Mandalorian, I think that's kind of like a microcosm for the entire series. I think this, while it looks cool, maybe the decision for him to actually evolve into that was a poor decision, and they made a lot of poor decisions, I think, in season 3. So
Don't know what they were smoking when they wrote that.
yeah, exactly.
Like, that whole
exactly,
season,
yeah.
like, how did we get to that after season?
Yeah. But you know what will save it? Putting Jack Black in it and Lizzo.
Yeah.
That was my favorite episode. Yeah.
And if you're just joining us, that was sarcasm, I believe. Yeah. Or maybe it wasn't.
I don't know. You got a lot of hot takes today, so I don't know. You said that Gaga comment. You said that Star Wars comment. So I'm like, I don't know.
Oh, I was talking about Jim saying it was his favorite episode. I'm pretty sure that was sarcasm. But maybe I'm wrong. So this guy here. So what?
I think it looks good.
It does look good.
I remember initially the prototype. I felt like he looked a little Latino, if you know what I mean.
I think this looks really good, man. I've just
No,
seen this for
the
first
prototype.
time.
The prototype. This looks vastly improved. I think that the initial prototype, maybe he had a little bit. He was a little too tan. I don't know.
Right.
That's what I remember. And so I thought he looked a little Hispanic. But now I think I see Chris Pratt there like 100%. And the suit's cool, but it's again. Do you only buy Star-Lord, or because you can't buy the whole crew, right? So what happens here?
Yeah.
So
That's true. That
They
hair
only have
sculpt as
him
well.
and Rocket is wearing the suit as well, though, is he?
yeah,
He's the.
Yeah.
I don't think any of the other ones are.
Gamora?
Nebula.
No,
not
Nebula. That's it, Nebula.
Oh yeah, and they're not doing Gamora from
No,
this.
she was technically not in
Groot
it.
doesn't wear a
When the
suit.
team-
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think that the head sculpt's good. The hair, I've heard people call it the spaghetti hair.
I think
it's
pretty good.
hard,
I like it.
but I think it's hard for them to do this. You know, the kind of voluminous hair in sculpted, like Han Solo, like the new Andrew. I heard people kind of comment on that.
Mm-hmm.
Or this particular one. I think the head sculpt, man, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see Chris Pratt there. But
Mhm.
no interest.
No.
Anyone picking this up?
No.
It's a banger film, though. Really enjoyed this film.
Yeah, it is. Banger trilogy.
The whole trilogy, it's just
Yeah.
fantastic. It's one of my favorite things in Marvel.
Yeah,
But,
no,
But if-
yeah, I agree.
The only thing is, it's one of those where if you're taking photographs of it, I mean, he's got a constant smirk, isn't he? So if you're doing certain poses, it's gonna, some of them, they look a bit weird.
Yeah.
Sure.
And the final thing, which was 2.0, was so we've seen things teased, we've seen things announced. So what do you think is coming? So what upcoming release do you think is coming? Say from the things that we've seen from like Hot Toys in Wonder Festival 2024, what do you think gets made? I'll just start it off. This isn't particularly original. They're going to do the Jungle Hunter. And I'm going to say it's going to be improved. It's not going to be the 1.0 that they had there. I think they're going to fix some of those issues. Anyone else?
I think maybe another big chap. I reckon you'll see more from the Alien series.
So I'll be right to
At
skip
some
on that
point.
Romulus one. Or
Yeah, I mean, I'll get all of them, but I'd be surprised if we didn't see a big chap at least. Maybe a Ripley. I mean, I'd like the whole Nostromo crew, but I don't see him doing that. But
no.
I think that's a likely one.
I'll take anything from Alien and Aliens, and the it's an outside chance, but the realistic thing what they do from Alien is the big chap.
Yeah.
The realistic thing they probably do for Aliens, like I think it's probably easier for them to do some Xenomorph as opposed to Ripley. I hate to say that, but
They need a Ripley. Present Toys has one coming out, didn't they? From in the
They did, yeah, they did.
Yeah,
was
I've
it
got
Present
that one
Toys?
pulled up.
Yeah, but it
Yeah,
was kind of like
Present
it
Toys.
didn't look like it. It looked more animated or something, didn't it?
likeness
It-
isn't
yeah.
spot on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tailoring, they were improving from what I remember. They were
Hmm.
changing some of the pants, trying to make it a little bit more accurate. They put a notice
good.
that they were working on that, but the head sculpt, it did look a little soft. So
Yeah.
Pedro
And then
Lopez is right here.
yeah,
Scarecrow's
Yeah, that's a
more
good
than
one.
likely going to come.
yeah, 100%.
What about this one? They haven't teased it, but do you think that's
I'd
going
like
to come?
to see a Sarah Connor.
I think it's overdue.
Would I
I've
get
been
it,
saying
though?
I've been saying this for a while.
I'd imagine the next Terminator announcement would be T1000, because I think they have that up in the RSVP section of. I think they have that in the T800 clean on the RSVP section in Sideshow. So I'd imagine they're next. If they sell well, surely Sarah Connor will be the next thing. Can't see
Yeah.
them doing a John Connor. Just don't think it's going to happen. Don't think they're going to make the bike either. What you
Yeah,
reckon,
that's
Phil?
unfortunate.
On the next 2.0, I'd like to see a Leia 2.0. If I'm honest.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
a New Hope.
Yeah. Found by Luke as well.
Yeah,
Or
they're all
Bespin.
going to come. Sure, isn't next
Yeah.
year? No, sorry, it's not next year. 3 years' time
It's 50.
would be 50 years.
Yeah.
And then they'll release those 5 years' time. So, wishing our lives away, boys.
For me, I'm pretty certain we'll get Dark Side Anakin and a new Obi-Wan Kenobi from Revenge of the Sith. I think that
Yeah.
those are coming. I'm almost certain they might reuse the same Obi-Wan Kenobi sculpt they've been using, or they might
hope
give
not.
us something new. But
The
Dark
thing
Side
is-
Anakin is what's happening for sure. I think.
I think a lot of these 2.0 re-releases have obviously happened because of the writer's strike and everything, but I wouldn't even say that, apart from Deadpool and Wolverine,
It's
Are
not
there
been a
any-
lot.
there hasn't been a lot this year either, is there? So I think they're going to continue with 2.0's re-releases of quite a few more figures, if I'm honest. At least
Makes
Yeah,
sense,
they'll probably
wouldn't
do.
into
They'll
next
probably
year.
do what they'll do the. Oh, I'm spacing on the name. The Fantastic Four probably next year because that comes out, doesn't it? Or
Yeah.
is that 2026?
Mhm.
Yeah,
If they don't
Oh, you know
do
what?
those
That might be.
things,
Yeah.
those niche things that we're talking about, those like a Ripley 2.0, a Sarah Connor 2.0, if they don't do that, announce them within the next year, 18 months,
Yeah.
they might not get done. Because
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
you're going into Fantastic Four, and then after that, you're going into what? Doomsday, Secret
Yeah.
Wars, they're going to be busy.
Marvel
So-
hype might come back.
Yeah.
Mandalorian movie, potentially.
Yeah, so hopefully people support the Battle Damage 2.0, the T800, the clean T800, the
Already
T1000.
have.
I think they
Yeah,
will. I
the
think
same.
they will.
Oh yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Folks, I think we're going to end it there if that's all right.
Lovely.
Again, appreciate your time, panel's time. Anyone here who's watching, with varying numbers there today. I think we peaked in around 48 or something like that. So,
That's good.
yeah, thanks very much to anyone who's taken time to watch. Please hit the like button. It does actually make a difference. Leave a comment on the stream. Obviously, if you want to become a channel member, we do have that channel member giveaway, which is today, 2 weeks on the 21st. You have to be subscribed. You have to be a channel member. You have to be in the chat. We'll do some sort of duck race or something like that. So much appreciated. So, yeah, thanks very much to the panel. Thanks very much to people watching. And see you, folks. Good luck.
Good night.
Good day, all.